Too late.
I'm kidding.
It's too late, and we're
He made a
live.
joke.
Yay! Hooray! We're here. We're back with our regularly scheduled programming of Princes of the Apocalypse, the 5th edition Dungeons and Dragons adventure module. I am, as always, Ace the GM, your friendly neighborhood game master, and I'm joined by the party who calls themselves Punishment. Why do we call ourselves Punishment?
We're a different pun every episode.
Damn right. What's our pun this time?
Yes. Go
Take it
ahead.
away, Glarnock.
Do I make you thorny, baby?
Do I make you thorny, baby?
Yep.
Terrific. Referencing all the people you killed with Esme's thorns.
Esme specifically murdered so many people.
A bunch of people die because of Esme's thorns.
Yeah.
The joke
Terrific.
is murder.
And terrific. So before we pick up where we left off, let's introduce everyone's characters. Let's go around the table here. Starting with Gawain, the Kalashtar Warlock. Tell us a little about Gawain.
Wayne is the newly renewed itty bitty baby of the group, who is jumping in age, made a deal with the Dream King. He's an ex-pirate who is trying to defy death around every corner.
That's true.
Yes. Also manipulating dreams.
Yeah,
Jumping into my friends' dreams, specifically, two of them.
Exactly.
Fun.
Yeah,
Little
that's
by
right.
little.
Yeah,
Mhm.
little by little, I'm learning.
Crank yankers.
Which was in fact not Crank Yankers, but the B movie apparently, or Sesame Street, if you will.
Sesame Street. Is
That's better.
definitely-
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Vader, a
beast
trying to
Vader.
steal my life.
Oh my God.
Andre's based trying to have sex with my wife.
Beast trying to have sex with my wife.
Mm.
Vader.
Terrific. Indeed, Gawain's learning how to control dreams. Very exciting. We also have Esme, the half-elf druid. Tell us about Esme.
Esme is a Circle of the Moon druid. She grew up in a Selionite temple with her aunt because her parents kind of bailed. Which sounds really sad, but she doesn't really have very many feelings about it. But she was sent to explore some paranormal stuff, and now she has this new family that she's kind of built. And she's just murdering people with thorns, I guess. But they're like bad people. Esme doesn't just murder people. They're like attacking. It's self-defense.
Mm-hmm. Indeed. That's fair. Yeah, I mean, you did come into their house a little bit, but, they're not great people, so it's,
but they're like doing damage at large.
Exactly.
To Red Larch and the surrounding area.
That's true. They did really fuck up Yartar. As far as you know from the letters. But yeah, that's true. Next up we have Glarnock, the Minotaur fighter. Tell us about Glarnock.
Glarnock grew up in a labyrinth, mutilating as a child, had an insatiable rage to kill, was banished from his home and his land and served a goblin king and did a lot more killing in an arena, and then he fell into a portal and went into the servitude of the Eternal Flame Cult, where he did a lot more killing, and then decided that was too much once he had a moment. And then he found his new friends and his new family, and he's looking to have a better life and also get some revenge on the cults and all the damage they've done.
Indeed, very good. We also have Poetry, the Tiefling monk. Tell us about Poetry.
So Poetry is a Tiefling monk. Grew up in a monastery until fairly recently. Decided to leave and see what's going on in the world. Started feeling a little bit disillusioned with the monk life. Has run into these people. Now I guess we're hunting down cults. We've joined the water cult. Poetry had no problem in deceptively joining a cult, and feels pretty detached from killing people. At this point, I think Poetry's mostly working on and feeling good about working with this team. I mean, because we're actually working together and sending in the fighters first, and the ranged people are staying behind, and we're staying together for the most part.
You're working
so-
together as a team towards a not only a goal that benefits you, but it's something that benefits the greater good. Clearly,
We think, yeah.
which is how you got involved in this mess in the first place, just by being attacked by these by some Earth cultists.
Yep.
Indeed. And very good. That's Poetry. Last but not least, we have Boneless, the Changeling Rogue / Sorcerer.
Slash kind of sorcerer.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay. So, Boneless. A long time ago, Boneless sold a lot of drugs and did a lot of drugs, and then they were trapped in a television dimension until their like very okay-looking stepbrother came to save them. And after that, they had like no money and no job. So they worked as an assassin for a while until they kind of stumbled into this group, and this group is really helping Boneless become a better person.
Indeed. Which Boneless has made the begrudging decision to accept. Becoming a
Okay,
better
yes.
person. Yeah. Indeed. Very good. And with that, let's pick up where we left off. Who wants to recap? If you do a good job, I'll give you inspiration. Anyone want to say what happened last time?
I can't figure out if I'm thinking of 2 episodes ago
Yeah,
or
me
last
either.
one.
Yeah, I'm trying to differentiate at the moment.
I
It wasn't that long ago. You
I think I can do it.
want to do it? Tell us what happened.
We were in the temple still,
Mm-hmm.
and a lot of goblins were coming in, and we were trying to leave, and Gwen's darkness was cast, and
Well, just to help you out, I think where you started was with Esme having seen that Bastion Thermandar was in this room. That's
Right.
where that last session started, I believe.
oh my god, yeah.
Mhm.
And then that was a lot of battle, and we used all our spell slots and everything, and we were pretty.
Well, I need you to tell me more of what happened than
Wait,
just
wait, wait, wait.
battle. Start from the
I think-
beginning.
No, I think I'm also thinking of another episode then. I'm sorry.
Hmm. I
I
don't know.
think I got you if you want.
I remember just leaving.
So at the beginning of the session, you Esme knew that it was Bastion Thermandar. By the end of the session, you guys had left.
Oh, okay.
That was all
I
one
got it,
session,
that's
I
okay.
believe. Yeah, if you want to take over.
So we started with seeing that dude was sitting in the room,
Mm-hmm.
and then we decided the plan was to give Boneless the poison that we have, the purple worm poison,
Mm-hmm.
to take a shot. So we were going to really quickly, like I was going to push the door open. Boneless was going to take a shot. Glarnock was going to come running in with Poetry. They were just going to go ape shit. We were going to kill this guy as fast as possible. That's not what happened.
Yes.
I tried to push the door open, rolled a nat 1 twice. And
2 nat ones.
Even
Mhm.
2 nat 1s, even with Boneless pouring blood on me as a sacrificial lamb.
Mhm.
It didn't work. So what happened is I believe Esme ended up blasting the door open when you shifted into a polar bear.
Mm-hmm.
When you blasted it, Boneless took the shot, did a shit ton of damage to that dude, but he had enough time to run away. We weren't able to take him out before he could leave.
Indeed.
And as we started to follow, we kind of had to deal with a bunch of people that were in the next room.
Exactly.
In
This
the
big
same vein,
barracks area here. Mm-hmm.
with 2 naked dudes. And Gawain, I managed to fire off a psychic lance to hit the guy. I know I hit him. I don't know what I did to him.
Mm-hmm.
I just know that I did a shit ton of damage. And that led to us kind of moving into this barracks area and then kind of holding our ground for a while. We had a bunch of like mages come in, a bunch of goblins. Boneless tried to chase after one guy, but ended up having to retreat because he got inside and met
He
up
went
with a
over
bunch of
here,
other people
brought
who came
in
back
some more
out.
hobgoblins. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I managed to get rid of the vision of both of the casters after they hit us really hard with 2 fireballs. And with that kind of temporarily disabled them. But then everyone started kind of getting our shit wrecked. So we were like, okay, we need to retreat and get the fuck out of here. And with that, it was just a bunch of darkness everywhere. Poetry threw down darkness. I threw down more darkness unintentionally because I think I rolled a nat 1 or a nat 20. I can't remember.
Well, you did something that triggered your dream magic surge. Yeah.
Yes.
But the other thing that helped take out the casters, because you guys got hit by double fireball, which is I think what really like wrecked everybody.
Yeah.
And Esme threw down a tidal wave, a classic Esme tidal wave, which was like knocked them prone and really fucked them up pretty quickly. Which I think allowed you to kill one of them and the other one like ran away.
Yeah,
and that's when you guys were like, okay, we got to retreat. You guys came into this room to like regroup. After everyone had made their way in here, Esme used the stone shape to seal this door, to make it so that no one could come in this way.
After killing a bunch by laying down a nice little thorn spell.
Exactly, you laid another thorn spell so that all of the reinforcements that Boneless had chased someone into this room over here where there's a bunch of smelly pelts and raw meat and stuff. Unfortunately, the guy got away into this room where he came back with a bunch of hobgoblin reinforcements, and that's when you guys were like, okay, we gotta seal this off. You cast thorns over here, you cast darkness over here, so they couldn't get to you where the door was. You guys, after Esme sealed it off, you want to take it over from there?
Yeah, we sealed it off and had a rather long discussion or argument about what to do next, because some of us were like, we need to sleep, like we need to get out of here for a little bit. Some of us didn't want to give up any ground that we'd already gained, and eventually we determined that if we didn't leave, we were gonna get trapped. We were gonna get cornered.
Indeed. I believe Glarnock got a nat 20 perception check in order to hear through this foot of stone, and heard just like sort of the vibrations of military movements, and that he just intuited from his battle experience that they were going to come around the other side, that they had figured out that you guys must have come in from somewhere else, that they were going to come around this way. And that's when you guys made your way out before they could come and trap you and corner you in this room.
Yeah, then we ran upstairs, and once we were out there, we met I believe it was the blue-skinned water cultist guy that we never really talked to before, but we saw him in Red Larch.
No, this was someone from Sholar Quandaril's
from the crew.
Ship, yeah.
Got it. They met and were like, hey, just wanted to check in, see how y'all doing. Are y'all finished? We were like, no, not quite. And
actually, you did say yes.
Yeah, Boneless then came in clutch with a killer deception check, just be like, nope, we killed him. We just got to go back in and double check on a few things. And he was like, oh, great, awesome, and wasn't really offering anything to us. So we were just like, yeah, go ahead, take off. Let him know we're fine. We got it. And that led to, I believe, a moment where I tried to cuddle a bear, and then the bear got mad, and then I went to sleep, and then Zaldrin made a comment about not knowing that we were going to turn against the water cult, which led to Boneless going, oh, wait a second, we actually don't know a ton about this guy, maybe we should find out more, which led to Esme having a one-on-one with Zaldrin. where he seemed to be on board with the new plan.
Mm-hmm.
But Esme caught him subconsciously drawing in the dirt the water cult symbol over and over again, like we saw way back in Papa's cave, where the one guy we figured out went mad drawing the symbol, and eventually lost his mind and killed everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So
He also like fell to his death. He was like dead down
Yeah. He sort of
a pit.
other people. Everyone. He went mad and everybody kind of killed him after. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, got it. Which then we all just kind of passed out for the night. And I had a dream. I decided when I was sleeping to try to go into my companion's dreams, and I successfully went into both Boneless and Poetry's dreams. Boneless being an Avenue Q nightmare scenario, and Poetry, I believe, was just in a beautiful field, just like appreciating nature, but like debating the concept of life and death and like how he falls under that realm.
It's having sort of a philosophical, introspective walk. Yeah.
So two polar opposite dreams.
Exactly.
But I found out I can semi-control where I go now. So
Indeed, sometimes you made a solid attempt at it for sure. Terrific. And just to clarify one thing, tieflings do not necessarily have scales, so we all know. I was picturing Poetry with scales for some reason, but Poetry does not necessarily have scales. Just so everyone knows that. That's what I said, and not necessarily true. You don't have to have scales if you don't want to, Poetry.
I'll think about it.
Sounds good. Terrific, and that pretty much brings us up to speed. You guys got all rested. You're unsure of what's going on with Zaldrin right now. You guys came back here. It's like sort of in the morning, so you guys slept during the day and let your druid friends here sort of keep watch. And so now, 8 hours later, it's like late evening, early night. You're all awake. What do you want to do?
I forgot.
Yeah.
I also jumped in age a lot.
You did. You went back and then you went forth.
Yep. So I am now 11 years old instead of 16. I jumped from 16 to 9 and then up to 11.
Mm-hmm. Very nearly lost Gawain to this chaos magic.
Also, just because Glarnock, you started this, do you want that inspiration?
No, you did a wonderful job. It was beautiful.
Cool.
Very
All
good.
right.
Yeah, is there anything you guys would like to do when you wake up?
I start asking questions to everyone around, just like, okay, so who had a dream about puppets and like crazy like marionette stuff?
Dude, don't say puppets. Don't say puppets to me. I can't.
That was you?
I can't say puppets. Don't. No.
Bonus. Wait. I went in your dream.
Oh, so you saw.
I saw that.
And the
That
way
was
the
crazy.
string like wraps around the neck, and then you know it's bad.
It was weird.
Really
It was weird. Also, Poetry.
Why are they all naked?
Do you always dream so philosophically?
What do you mean philosophically?
You were like debating some heavy shit while you were sleeping.
What else are dreams for? What do you mean? What do you dream about?
Yeah, deep shit.
I don't dream.
Oh.
I apparently can just go into your dreams, but I
Oh.
don't dream myself.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, it's
I
crazy.
didn't know you could do that.
Yeah. No, it's a new thing. I found out last night, actually. It's kind of cool.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, great. So, do we want to go back down there, or?
Yeah. We're gonna have to go by those pillars, and they know we're coming. So
Yeah.
a little bit.
Well, I mean,
scared.
Esme can always rock shape that wall away again.
Oh,
We could just
it's
go that
reversible.
way. Is it? I think so.
I think so. I think I can just
Unseal it.
remove the stone.
But we
'cause
can
I
always
think
like
it works.
we can check the
I-
pillar path, but I think they're gonna expect us to go that way if like the rock's there. Unless they found out how to get rid of the rats.
Is there another entrance? Have we looked for another one?
You've not.
Let's look
It
around.
probably is.
Yeah, this looks
It's a good
pretty
idea.
entrance. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, can I spend like the hour it takes to bring Slurp back?
Yeah, certainly. Totally.
Yeah, cool.
Bring back the slurper. The slurp.
Send him out like a drone.
My Slurpy buddy.
Let's bring him back. Oh, do you have a different... I forget what the former picture of Slurp was, now that you're no longer an
Now that
angsty
I'm
teen.
younger.
Do you want Slurp to look
Yeah.
different? Do you want him to still be an angsty teen Slurp?
I want him to match what I look like.
Match the
Let me see
innocence
if I
of
can
your...
find it. Yeah,
Mhm.
I love me.
He's
little
like
bitty
one
Slurp.
of those little octopuses that you like flip inside out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's
where
like-
did it...
Angry on the inside.
It's like way back here. I thought it was in the character creation area. No, that was a different camp. Wow, I forgot how many characters we've done in all of our campaigns. Anyway, or all of our one shots. I'm gonna find it. I'm gonna find the one that I'm thinking of.
Can I just look
Mhm.
around from where I'm at just to like see what's around us?
Sure. Just give me a perception check.
Oh, nat 20.
Nat 20, you're kidding me. All right, you need to find a way to make us, because we still can't see your rolls in the...
Really?
Yeah,
I can see them. I can see them.
let me see. Oh, this time I can.
Yeah,
Okay, usually,
it's there.
yeah. All right, yeah, there it is. Okay. Usually I feel like we
You know
can't
what?
see Glarnock's rolls, but yeah, got it. Okay, let me see. You look out. You're at the top of a hill, and it's very smoky around you. Like this, you know, you've been here before. This is Scarlet Moon Hall, as they called it, when the first time you were here. This area just sort of like emanates smoke because of its central, because it's connected to the Temple of a Fraternal Flame below, where fire magic just sort of has taken root. So the air around here is all kind of smoky. You can't see very far, or at least there is just like even though you're at the top of this hill, there's just a layer of smoke covering the surrounding area until for about a couple hundred yards. But after that, you can see the normal trees and mountains and stuff a bit in the distance. But with a nat 20, I think... two things. Like there'd be no way you'd be able to reliably just see this and know what it was. But I think because you're looking so carefully, you're also thinking about it. And you're realizing that while you were down there was a bunch of lava. There was lava and there was smoke and heat. There were torches on the walls. And you remember hearing like lots of like banging and sounds of a forge, and you know in retrospect that means that like if there must be some kind of ventilation, right? Because otherwise, everyone else knows this firsthand. If there's nowhere if you're burning something underground and there's nowhere for it to go, it'll just fill with smoke. It'll just fill with smoke and fire, and it won't be good, and no one will be able to breathe.
And it'll kill your big brothers.
And it might kill you, your big brother. But you know that from logic. So I think what you're thinking is that especially if they're making weapons or anything, if there's a forge down there must be a significant, either a very large or a lot of tiny ventilation shafts to let out all the smoke that happens from making weapons and burning things. And I think because you're thinking about that, you're noticing amidst just like a sea of fog and smoke, one tiny little plume, just a little wisp that is sort of poking up above all of the other areas, all of the other smoke. You know, so you're looking at as if you're like above the clouds, except it's just smoke. And then there's one tiny little wisp that's kind of just poking up, as if there is one separate area that smoke is coming from. Like, generally the smoke is just uniform, but there's one extra little wisp in this one part, about a couple, maybe like less than a mile away, like past the base of the hill, and then you headed north.
Through the woods?
Yeah, so the backside of the hill here. Oopsies, let me go back to this. So the north, you're at the very top of the hill. The north of the hill is all wooded, and it's kind of like not good terrain. Past that, about a half mile, is kind of where this little plume is coming up. Okay. And the only reason you even think anything of that little plume is because you're kind of remembering what happened down there and putting all the logical pieces together that there must be another, vent or something to axe. To that goes down there.
Okay. So I need to tell everybody that as soon as possible.
All right, yeah, and plus, yeah, you're on top of this tower. You're the best one to see it as well. You climb down from sleeping up here on the scaffolding, and you are greeted by the little sprites. They just wave and dance around.
Also, Ace.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I put the image for Slurp in character creation.
Perfect. Thank you.
It's not all black, but it's the design I like.
All right.
Anyway.
Sounds good. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Garnock, what do you want to tell everyone?
I want to dance with the sprites a little bit with my claw a little bit.
Yeah. They just kind of dance around your claw.
Mm-hmm. I missed you, friends.
Ah.
There is another entrance. I think.
Where?
I saw smoke, a hole of smoke, and a possible entrance for us to go in.
Oh, sick. Okay.
What do you mean a hole of smoke?
Like a ventilation shaft?
A ventilation shaft. There must be a forge down there, some sort of...
If we go down a ventilation shaft, though, can we breathe?
Yeah, I was gonna say, won't other things be coming up? Like
Well,
smoke? Fuck.
This particular one doesn't have it.
I will say, I don't need to breathe.
I do.
Man, every once in a while, you just say the most off the wall. Just your body is going through so many changes, my guy.
Okay, I remember there was a pirate that tried to tell me about puberty, and this is not what they described.
Oh, dude. I mean...
I don't know what this is. Also, I had, these weird urges before, and then I got little again, and the urges are gone.
Talk about the urges.
And I don't know what's going on here. This
is
let's
weird. Maybe not talk about the urges.
Don't.
That's probably...
I just don't understand.
So there's a ventilation shaft, maybe?
Okay. Going back, I can fly down the ventilation shaft, and I don't have to breathe. And I could go down there and turn it off, maybe? I don't know. Or I could...
Turn it off.
I don't want to send you in alone.
Yeah. Also, if I see down the thing, I can teleport me and one other person if it's only 500 feet, but...
So
can Slurp go down there?
Yeah. Will he get burnt up, maybe?
I turn to Slurp and just start whispering. Does he need to breathe?
Yes, he does.
He does.
Yeah.
Damn it. Yeah, Slurp's got to breathe, unfortunately. So, let me see.
I've heard tales of a monk called Santa that used to go down these sort of smoky chimneys. I think he would hold his...
I've heard the legend of Santa.
I've heard of Santa.
I thought it was just a myth.
I don't know what this is.
It's
Centaur.
it's
Never
just a
heard of
folk tale
Centaur?
about a monk that like was so powerful, like had such control over mind and body that he could just like stop his breathing. He could change his size to fit through like smoke shafts and anything, and he would just
like Santa Claus.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh,
I think
it's
you're
a
pronouncing
pirate
it wrong.
legend.
It's
Centaur
pronounced
Claus?
Centaur.
I
No,
think
it's just
you're
Centaur.
pronouncing
Centaur
it wrong.
Claus.
Centaur.
No,
Oh,
it's just Centaur.
yeah. I was told as a kid that he would like come into the ships and he would kill all the naughty children if they ever didn't do what the captain said. The
No,
Centaur
this-
Claus.
This was just a good guy. He was just
He
like,
had,
you know,
big claws.
he would just come into people's houses and like help them with chores and stuff, and sometimes, you know, leave them like toilet paper and things that they needed.
What's toilet paper?
All right. So
What?
anyway, we.
This-
Would a
this is-
Yeah.
would a 20? Would I know? Like, there's no smoke coming out of that shaft, right?
No, there
At the
is.
moment?
That's how you're able to
Oh.
see it. It's an extra
It's
wisp of smoke amidst this thick cloud of it. You know, so picture a cloud and then, you know, another cloud shooting up through the cloud, you know?
Oh, so there's nothing special about this specific.
It's just that it exists. It's just that it's another thing that goes down to
I thought
the
it was
Temple of Eternal Flame.
deactivated for some reason.
You would know. You just know that this, like, you would have no way of even like realizing that this existed other than the fact that you looked really closely and you were thinking about it so hard.
Well, we can still investigate it, though, I think.
Certainly.
Or
And I think
Wanna
Gariana comes over and is like, so why do you think that they didn't come up here? We were waiting for them. We thought
What?
they would follow you out, but no one came.
I think they know we're coming back.
It's also kind of what we did last time. We came in, killed a couple, left, came back, killed them all. Well,
Yeah, it's kind of our MO at this point.
Yeah. Also, we took out like 12? 12 people?
Yeah, took out a good chunk, but we still had probably, you know.
Also, we
20 more on the way.
Maybe killed that one of their leaders. We're not 100%.
Okay.
I didn't see a body.
Yeah.
I
Just-
don't think
See what
we
he-
killed him.
All I
I don't
know
think we did
is I
either.
said the spell and I felt it hit. I felt it hit and I knew it was a good one. But I don't know how hard it hit or if it did the thing.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yes, I was just curious about what. We were all standing guard. It was just we thought someone might be chasing you out.
We also thought that, but I
Yeah,
guess
see.
they think that we're gonna head back in.
Let's have everyone make. You know what? There's 5 of you. There's 1, 2, 3. You have 3 druid friends, and you have Zaldrin. So let's have all of you make an investigation check with advantage.
okay. Can I do investigation with advantage +2 because of slurp?
No, Slurp can't help with that.
Wow.
12.
That's 12.
Oh, it's a 3.
Also, I
with
got the
advantage, you
D&D
got a
mo-
3.
Yeah, I got a 4 and a 3.
Good God.
then I have
6
a
and a
minus
nat
one.
1.
Woo! I got the D&D movie dice that they were giving away on the website, and they're kind of cool when you're
Oh yeah,
rolling.
the Thember shard or whatever.
Yeah, they're
pretty
pretty cool.
13
Oh, yeah.
for Asbane.
12 for Gawain.
My God,
wait, I'm
everyone's
not done
rolling
yet.
with
I'm up here now.
advantage, right?
Correct, yes.
Oh yeah, no, it's all just trash. Eh?
Esme,
think
you
you
got a
underestimate
7
how
and a
much-
13. Gawain, you got a
D&D doesn't like us
12.
sometimes.
Glarnock, you got a 12 and a 13. Podri got a 6 and a 2.
Yeah, get those bad rolls out now.
I guess.
Good God. Boneless, I don't see yours in here.
Bonus got a 2 and a 3.
Oh, because you rolled it with your real dice. Okay. Alrighty. In that case, yeah, you don't know. All you could figure out is that because they didn't chase you, they're likely waiting for you to come back. That's all you can figure out.
Alright, we should go
I'm
check
gonna be
out
so
this,
mad
this
if they
vent
like
hole.
escape.
Anybody want to check out event?
Yeah, I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Before we do that though, I do want to look
Mhm.
around here and see if there's any other entrances or exits, like just in this area.
Certainly, yeah.
Also.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Give me an investigation check.
Can I join in with that?
Yeah.
Same.
You can you can
Since-
make either investigation or perception. I'll let it be either.
I'm gonna do perception
Yeah, I'll do
and
perception.
Slurp helping me.
I got a nat 20. I got a nat 20 plus 3.
Whoa.
Oh wow.
I got a
like, doing the thing
17.
this time.
Incredible.
Yeah,
Um,
there's the roll.
Remarkable. Okay, so you guys are looking around, and you're kind of like we'll say you're doing sort of like circles around because this is a hilltop. You know, you guys are at this is the very tippy top of this hill here. So say you're both kind of like on either side of the hill, just doing a full lap, and then going down a row and down a layer and down, so until you fully investigated the entire hillside. And you're looking so thoroughly that by the time Boneless, you get again on the north side of the hill here. You're digging around, and this is a not easily walkable area. You're kind of slipping around a little bit, and I think maybe you lose your balance, and you slip down the hill, and you grab onto like the root of a tree, and when you do, you pull on the root of the tree, and you catch it, and it catches you as before you slide down the whole hill. But while you're resting there, you feel something on the ground that you're on. It's weird. It feels like a little divot there, but what's strange about it is it feels rectangular. You know, it feels like you're laying on like a rectangular hole somehow. And you're feeling around, and you feel like a border of stone. And as you're feeling, you start to dig just with your hands, and you're digging through it. And finally, you create a little hole that exposes what looks to be some kind of tunnel, like a mine shaft, maybe. It's very filled in with dirt and rocks and debris, but you just with your hands, you make a little enough crevice to see that there is space behind it. And this is like just big enough for like someone to crawl through.
Crawl through it.
No. The hole itself, you'd have to spend a lot of time digging to unearth it. But the border, so it's like a stone
this is me
border.
just checking out.
Yeah, you can see through a hole that's like this big, but the border that you're feeling around it is maybe like is like 3 feet, 3 foot square.
And it's all dirt.
It's largely filled in with dirt, but you can see past like there's like 6 feet of dirt. Then there's a little tunnel.
Okay, so it's almost like somebody molded earth and like put it here.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Now you can give me an investigation check with advantage.
Sick. Okay, sick. This is not a joke, I got another nat 20.
You're
I'm gonna
shitting
see if
me.
I'm not joking.
Yeah, where was that a minute ago?
I know, right? I don't know if you can kind of see the edge. It's a blurry. I'm so sorry.
All right, fine.
My desk is really messy right now.
This looks to be based on like you can feel the structure of an entrance essentially. So it seems like at some point historically, and based on like you look at you clear away some of the dirt around this border that you're feeling, that someone else potentially that was here made this entrance to get down there. This doesn't look like the same kind of craftsmanship that the other entrance had, and it seemed like something that was maybe abandoned a long time ago. But the vibe that you're getting from it is that this was another like a functional chute of some kind, likely for mining rather than a people entrance like the other one is. but it was big enough for people to get through, and thus was filled in later.
Okay, so in the same way that like the tower was something else before the cult went to it, this
Exactly.
mountain, this hill was something else before
Mhm.
the okay.
And the
Sick.
same way that the temple itself was something else before the
Yeah.
cult got there.
Yeah, the door.
The dwarves.
Indeed. You remember the
Mosquito,
dwarves.
mosquito.
Hmm.
Are there any
Well, the dwarves.
how I guess like I don't think Boneless would know whether or not this was like magically filled in here, but it stands to reason that it could be. So are there any like fresh footprints? Can I see them like in that hall there?
No. Whatever this was like thoroughly covered. Like you had to dig through like moss and other vegetation and stuff
Okay.
just to make this hole that allows you to see into the cavern there.
Can I hear anything?
No, certainly not. Mm-mm.
Okay. What's it smell?
Is it mold earthable?
It is
It's
mold
pretty
earthable. It is. So
Okay.
this entrance in particular is mold earthable. Yes.
Sick.
Could I have passed by Boneless?
I
this
think at a
point?
certain point, yes. You in doing your overlapping laps around the mountain, you would have found
I'm
Boneless.
probably shouting also.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, what's up, buddy? What
Hey.
you need?
Hey!
Yeah?
There's
Yeah?
a hole!
Oh,
Hey.
okay.
There's
What
a
we doing?
hole!
I can
You're in
help
the hole.
too.
Sick.
I like crawl down next to you, and I'm like, oh, that's dirt, and I just literally reach at it and pull 5 feet of it out of the hole and just kind of
I'm
throw it
still
behind me.
on it!
You almost get thrown down the rest of the hillside, but you grab another root and you're okay.
Sorry
Yeah,
about
and
that.
after you can mold earth to get just the debris out of the way of this entrance, and you find what was clearly like a dwarven manufactured stone bracket, essentially, just to keep this hole open. And that's the thing that you felt when you were falling, the actual border of this thing.
Oh, okay.
And otherwise, it's just like a square, very small, narrow tunnel that's going like into the mountain and into the hillside and then down.
Okay. Well, do you guys want to see if anybody's home?
I could send Slurp down.
Oh, cool. Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, this
Go,
one it
buddy.
doesn't. There's not like smoke coming out of here, or anything. You're gonna send Slurp.
I send Slurp and I Worgen.
Okay, terrific. You send Slurp. Slurp can see, and you can see in the dark. So you fly with Slurp. He makes his way all the way down, down, down. And Slurp is, what is the size of Slurp?
Slurp
He's
is
technically an owl.
So
Is he tiny,
tiny?
or is he like
Let's see.
diminutive, or
He is tiny beast.
tiny? Okay, terrific. So Slurp actually has no problem getting all the way down this tunnel. For a long time, it's like a couple 100 feet of just like, this 3 to 5 foot square. But eventually it branches out into a bunch of smaller, just like more rounded holes. And we'll say Slurp just picks the biggest one and keeps going. And now he's essentially just flying straight down instead of like in and at a downward angle. He's just going straight down now. Until you can start to see a light, a tiny little pinhole at the end of this. It's just big enough for like Slurp, essentially, to squeeze his little body through. But he makes his way all the way down there. Before he gets to the opening, is there anything you want to do? Do you want him to just go there and see what he can see?
I want him to go to the edge, like not go through the hole. I just want him to like remain just above the edge,
Mm-hmm.
to like kind of peek down. I want him
Got
to
it.
stay in the darkness of the hole.
Cool. And I believe you can only do either sight or sound when you're warging into Slurp.
I believe that is
So
accurate.
you-
I'm doing sight.
Okay, so you want to be seeing. All right.
Can I flip flop between the two?
I believe you can, but you just can't do them at the same time.
Okay, I want to get sight 1st,
Mhm.
and then if whatever I see will depend on what I do. next.
Terrific.
Yeah.
So So without him actually getting to the entrance, getting to the exit of this little hole, you can see the entrance that you guys came through. You recognize it, actually. You recognize the debris, the rubble that was built as a barricade for the hobgoblins. It's essentially that area that you guys came through, where you killed all the hobgoblins before you went up those stairs to fight the those other flame creatures, flame people.
Got it.
And you see just a little bit of movement. It looks like there's like someone pacing down there, and then just like from this hole, you can see two large figures on either side, like behind the rubble where the hobgoblins were when you saw them. You can't fully see what they are, but they're clearly large. They're like big creatures of some kind. And then you see one other regular-sized person that seems to be just kind of walking back and forth.
Okay, I want to switch to hearing at that point.
Mm-hmm. Okay. At that point, you switch to hearing, and you hear just footsteps mostly. And eventually you hear a woman's voice saying, "How long does she expect us to just wait here? How troublesome can these people be? I know it's like supposedly they're dangerous, but like I've better things to do, and the title improvement isn't that big a deal for me." And you hear a lower, much more gravelly voice saying, "We do as we're told. We defend our stronghold. We have very valuable materials that many other people would want to get their hands on." It's like, I know that. Don't tell me what's going on. I've been in charge of this operation for a long time. Not as in charge, but still. Just because fucking Bastion died doesn't mean everyone's got to be on high alert all the time.
Yes!
Jesus.
Yes! I killed that motherfucker! Yes!
It's like, these fuckers can't be that big of a deal. And then you hear the other gravelly voice say, "Commander Lizzie, if you wish, you could leave at any time. We serve at your pleasure. But under the orders of our Commander Vanifer, I would suggest against it. We all know what she's like when she's disobeyed. She wants to protect what they're working on in the foundry." And the other woman's voice is like, "God, I hate it here. All right, I'll be sitting over here. If you hear anything, just shout, I guess." And you see you don't see anything. You just hear footsteps again.
Got it. I think at that point, the whole time, by the way, I am verbally stating what I'm hearing.
Okay.
So that everyone knows what's going on. And I do have a moment where I say Bastion died, and I go, yes! And then, yeah, I think I'm going to keep Slurp there for a second and switch back to Sight, but I'm also having a conversation with him.
Okay.
Just like, okay, so I'm looking back. There's two big guys. There's this new person.
You
what did
can
you say the
have
name
him
was?
poke his, I think he said, Captain Lizzie.
Captain Lizzie.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
That wasn't the name of the captain that saved our asses, right?
Which captain that saved your asses? What do you mean?
The water
Pirate
cult.
captain.
No, that was Captain Shoalar Quandaril.
Got it. Okay, cool. And you were saying I can have Slurp
If you
poke
want
your head out?
Slurp to actually, he'll have to make a stealth check, but he could actually see everything that's down there if he pokes his head out.
How far down is it?
Like, how far did he
Like,
travel to go down there?
Like distance wise. Like if I wanted to throw a tidal wave down there, could I do that at 120 feet?
It was a down drop at a
It's
certain
downhill.
point.
That's, I suppose so. I mean, because you can see here, you couldn't, because it bends and stuff, you wouldn't be able to see the hole out of it. But
It
if
doesn't
you
say
crawled,
I have to see it. It just says within range.
well, that's the thing. You could flood water into this hole, for sure. But then it'll just come out all the different places where it branches off.
And then they
Okay.
would know that we have another entrance.
It would
Okay.
like stay there. Okay.
If
Never
you,
mind.
so the thing
Yeah.
is, you could, based on Slurp's travel, you guys know you can crawl through this hole, but you would only get to the point where it branches off before you wouldn't be able to get any further. And you could probably see just like the pinhole of light at the end of it. So theoretically you could, you just wouldn't be able to see, what you're targeting or anything. So it would be kind of a guess.
Kind of a crapshoot.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it would come out as just like a little stream, right? Like it would just, because it would just be like a little pinhole. You said.
Well, if you crawled all the way in, it would be less than 100 feet to the end of the hole, which means that you could cast it through, like, outside of the hole.
Oh, and have it. Okay.
Does that make sense? Yeah,
But
because you
would
don't have to
also
see.
be-
Yeah. But, you wouldn't be able to angle it to control who it hit. You would just have to do it, like, generally at the end of that where the little tube lets out.
Okay.
I'm gonna have Slurp. I'm gonna go ahead and have him peek out.
Okay. Give me a stealth check for Slurp.
Can I argue advantage because it's a pitch black hole and my little bitty boy is pitch black as well?
No, because the place that he's popping his head out into is lit. It's got lit by torches, unfortunately. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So he's got a +3.
And, he at least needs to get his little buggy eyeballs out of there, which means half his head has to be out.
Okay.
And he's just like a
Before
little
I
head
roll this,
in the ceiling. Yeah.
Before I roll this,
Yeah.
How badly do we need to know what's in this room? Do we want to know everything?
Well, it sounds like if this lady is complaining about, what's her nuts, Vanifer so openly, I'm wondering if Vanifer isn't around.
I think Vanifer's just like farther in.
Yeah.
But like
Okay.
based on the fact that they're where they are, that means the pillars have been shut off,
Yep.
which means we can go through that way. But we're gonna have to like fight through like we did last time.
They are certainly
You-
expecting us.
Yeah,
You could
unless we
you could
manage to
flush them
sneak
out.
around. We could do a flush and sneak around, maybe. Like try to go through the path that Esme sealed up. But I don't 100% know what's in there. Like I could have Slurp find out, but I'm also risking Slurp if I do that.
And
I
tipping
wouldn't-
them off.
I think
And
you
tipping
got-
them off that we have another path to like enter.
I think you got enough information.
This hole's way too small to pass through, right?
Yeah, Ace, you said at a certain point we physically wouldn't be able to go through this.
Correct.
Path,
Yeah.
right?
So if you could get most of the way down by just, you'd have to crawl, but you could fit until it gets to the point where it's a bunch of little tubes that are just like, a couple, maybe a foot wide to like 6 inches wide.
Also, just to clarify, this is not like that is stone that the holes are made of. It's
Exactly.
not like I could go down there with mold earth and just like shimmy my way
The
through.
part that you can crawl through is earth. But then once it gets to the part where it breaks off, it becomes stone.
breaks off.
Yeah.
Okay.
What would that have been used for?
I have stone shape though.
I think oxygen, right?
Is that what this is then?
It might just oxygen tubes. Or sorry, that's player Alex speaking, not I don't.
Presumably,
Is there a way
I
to see,
think.
like, what they may have been used for.
I think with your prior nat 20, I think you can figure out that like the first part of the hole would have been like an escape hatch, but that eventually it was just like abandoned. They dug part way and then we're like, never mind, we don't need this
Okay.
kind of thing. And otherwise, it was those other little holes. It just those are just ventilation that happened to connect to this unfinished
I
escape
see.
hatch.
Okay.
Is it too big or too small for a spider to fit through?
No, definitely not. The biggest one is about a foot in diameter. but they all go in different directions. So Slurp went through the biggest one because he knew he could fit.
Wait. You said from the point that the little holes start to where Slurp is now is like 100 feet, right?
It's about, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys, I could 100% keep Slurp there and dimension door 2 of us down there.
Into the room.
Into the room, and then Spider Esme could go. The problem is that leaves 2 more of us to have to go the other way. Unless y'all got some other cool
And just so
magic
you know,
stuff.
you don't know what the other... unless you go through the way in the
Main
temp
entrance.
in Scarlet Moon Hall, then you don't know what the other way is. There is the other vent that Glarnock saw, but you haven't looked at that yet.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, is just sending people to the regular path we went through
Got
the
it.
first time.
Understood.
And having 3 of us go down this version. But
We wouldn't be able to like time that. I don't. Ooh, that's weird. That gets
Couldn't
weird.
we like climb down this and then I like can stone shape the hole bigger and then we all just go through here?
Does that make noise?
I don't know. It doesn't say that it makes noise, but that doesn't. I think that's up to Ace.
That would
It's
be a good idea.
it depends how much is being displaced by the stone shape. Let me see here. Touch a stone object of medium size or smaller, or a section of stone no more than 5 feet in any dimension. So I don't think this hole is too long to make it big enough with that spell.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna spend the next week, and you are slowly gonna excavate that hole.
Got a week to go. Okay, so
How many
I
fourth
want to
level
jog
spells
over
do
and
you
look
got?
at the other hole.
oh yeah. I mean, are there any other holes that we can see?
Yeah, can I have...
Well, there's the one that Glarnock saw, or you want to see,
should
or
go look
the other
at it.
holes during in this tube. One of the other things.
Yeah, how many different options were there?
There were like 12.
Jeez.
Fuck.
Only
Okay,
one
so
of them
there's, like,
was a foot wide. Slurp probably could have gone through maybe 3 others.
Well, I guess
Okay,
we might as
so-
well, like, see.
Yeah, I'm gonna have Slurp,
Ooh, so.
Well,
just
first you want him
not-
to look here. Do you want him to do a stealth check and look out here first?
Well, let's see. Let's see what he can find in the other ones, and then
yeah,
if
and then I'll
not-
come back to
Yeah, and
this
then we
one.
can.
Yeah, okay. So
Okay.
yeah, I'm gonna have Slurp retreat and then check out one of the other 3.
Okay, terrific. So this was the center one. We'll say there's 1 to the left and 2 to the right.
Always the left.
You're starting with the left.
Always the left.
Okay, terrific. This one, he flies all the way down. Without actually popping his head out, he can just see through, again, very narrow little hole. You can kind of see the area that you entered from. So the prior hole, the bigger one, was directly above the area where the hobgoblins were, you remember?
Mhm.
This one is just like maybe 30 feet to the left.
So right around where the hallway branches off
Exactly, to get to...
the bastions.
Yes,
Okay.
exactly. Very close to there.
And I don't see anyone with
You
that
don't
small...
see a lot. You see some rubble that's been moved around there,
Okay.
like presumably to block off the area where Esme created that hole in the wall. But you can't see anyone moving there.
Oh. I would like to switch to hearing just to confirm.
Okay, you switch to hearing, and you actually hear some people talking in Goblin.
Shit.
Is there any way I could do like I speak what I hear and then have like Glarnock translate?
Yeah, I think that would be... You'll have to do a check, though.
Okay.
I think this is... for you to repeat what you're saying, I think that's performance, let's say.
Okay. Just a straight roll.
Just straight, yeah. Because if Glarnock hears it, he can translate, but it depends what you say that he can.
Would I,
That's a 6.
would I help by teaching Gawain how to roll his R's?
No, definitely not.
I
You can't hear what's being said. You don't know how to.
like that.
Just-
You got
just
it's
because
really throaty.
This affects like what we know going in. I think I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one.
You're not gonna save that for a stealth check to see. gonna say? I don't know.
You know what? Okay, that's a fair point. Yeah, then I'm gonna. So I'm just gonna say, okay, I'm pretty sure that I just heard goblin. I did the
Uh,
yeah.
you,
I
Glarnock.
think you just cussed.
What you hear is apricot, pinball, draw 3, 7.
Does that mean anything to you, Glarnock?
Are you okay, my young friend?
Is this what a
Okay,
stroke
alright.
is?
Sorry, I try to repeat what I'm hearing. It's not working. Okay, great. So there's definitely some hobgoblins down here. I think they might be in the hole. I'm guessing to where Bastion's room was because they put some dirt there to like block it off. I can peek in this one, or do we want to check out the other ones?
Let's check out the other ones for now.
Sweet. I retreat, and I'm gonna switch back to sight, and then I want to go to the right-hand top one.
Okay. The right-hand top one, he flies through. This time you are overlooking the area with the lava tubes that emit that heat that burned you guys before. And you see there are, you can see the tubes, and you see there are 2 new individuals there. They do not look quite the same as the creatures you fought before, because those guys were clearly like, they had a glass thing on their chest with a fiery heart inside them. Their joints looked like they emanated fire, those kinds of things. These guys look a little different. They look a lot more human, but they do also look like, they've got like fire in their eyes, essentially. Like their eyes are just like constantly like flickering with fire.
Interesting.
And they're not wearing like heavy armor like the other guys are. But they've got like exposed chests and stuff. Lots of pockets and a big, strap across.
So, what little I've gathered so far is that it looks like to reclaim all the rooms that we claimed last time, we're gonna have to take out some hobgoblins, 2 giant things, a person who's like captain 3rd in command, maybe, and 2 like warrior-looking guys with fire eyes. So, those are things. I'm gonna go check out the last hole now, and then I have Slurp come back and check out the final one.
Okay, the final one. He goes and it turns and twists around a lot, and then hang on a second. Actually, let me just I need to double check what this map looks like, so I'm not. And
It's a new room, Asa. A new room.
Let me see here.
Show me Vanifer's face.
And then no, it's just an empty hallway. Just an empty hallway.
Empty hallway. Have I
Yeah.
seen this hallway before?
Probably. At this point, this one's just empty. It's one of the hallways that you guys looked down probably when you were exploring.
Cool. So this one's a dud. Okay,
you
so
can't hear anything, buddy.
switching, and I switched to hearing.
You hear banging and metal and just like very distant yelling. Like this is the sounds of the forge that you heard when you came this direction.
Be that. Okay, forge. We got a forge farther in. Okay. So I think this tunnel is like farther than we've gone, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. Okay, cool. So, do you want me to investigate, or do we want to just go in, or do we want to try some shenanigans, or what are we thinking?
Well, let's regroup for just a second. So,
Regrouping.
at this point, terrifying. Just pops out.
Hey, buddy!
Ugh, sticky.
You look so different. I love
Covered
it.
in dirt.
You see all the tentacles come up first, and he pops his head up.
Ugh.
Yeah. I'm still warging, so my
Mhm.
eyes are pure white, and I'm like looking at myself.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah, it's very spooky.
Yeah.
Wow.
So at this point,
Slurp lands on my
still
face, and I'm seeing
don't-
through his eyes.
we still don't know where Vanifer is in here. And that's our only target. That's all we need to get done. And now she's expecting us. Um, I think it would be useful to expend resources in trying to locate her in here. Or
Like-
asking, or like forcing someone to tell us where she is.
So we talking like I send Slurp and just kind of stealth his way through?
Maybe.
I could do the spider thing again too.
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, we
'Cause I
could
don't
do
want
a.
to-
Oh, can you cast magic while you're in your form?
No. Mm-mm.
Damn, I was gonna say you could do pass without a trace and just like sit on Slurp's back, and then y'all could just like go through. But okay, that won't work.
God, cute.
Esme, can you
Um,
make an Arcana check for me?
13.
13. That is exactly what you needed. That
Amazing.
Pass without trace is a concentration check. Is a concentration spell.
Okay,
Which
so I
means
could like
you could cast it
cast it-
before you transform, and then still be concentrating on it in your spider form.
Okay.
we could
Which
get
is not to
weird.
say that that's the right thing to do. It's just letting you know what your options are.
Only because I don't want to expend all of our, like, we just had this long rest and we're all like back, within fighting shape, just to come through here and find out that she's not even here, that she's skipped out.
Yeah, and also I can cast like touch-based spells through Slurp. So like if something happens to Esme, I can like spare the dying, or I can
Oh,
like
okay.
I can put a death ward on you. I can also do shocking grasp. So like I have ways to back you up while I'm also peering through Slurp. But
Esme, how
also
many
if
times
worse
can you
comes to worse, I can
change?
just teleport us in.
How many times can you change in a day?
Get 2 wild shapes.
Okay, so we would be wasting one of your wild shapes.
I still want to go look at that other smoky hole. At least
I
look
think
at
I
it.
do too, just to check out.
Yeah, you want to go do that now, or do you want to have Slurp
Yeah,
look
we
through
might
one
as
of these
well-
holes first, or what? What's
Well, since we're here, let's have Slurp look through one of the holes.
You want to
Um,
peek out the first one?
Yeah, I got that's the most promising one.
Cool. I'm gonna send Slurp down.
all right? And have him poke his little eyes out.
I'm gonna poke his little eyes
All right,
out.
give me a stealth check.
Okay,
he's
he's
got
got
a
a
Slurpy.
+3. He's
Slurpy
got a
stealth.
+3. All right, that's a 15.
All right, you gonna use anything on that?
Let me double check. No, he just has advantage on perception checks. Yeah, just the 15.
All right, cool. He pokes his little eyes out of the hole, and you can tell. So this is everything you've seen before. There's nothing.
Mhm.
This is just the layout. I'm showing you because you know what the layout is. What he can see is he's clearly above this area that I described before, and hold 1 second. Let me do this. What he sees. Give me a perception check from him with advantage.
Mhm. He already has advantage, so is that advantage with a +2?
He has advantage.
Mhm.
Owls have advantage on perception.
Mhm.
Okay,
Coming
cool.
to when it comes to sight and sound. Yep.
Then you'll say yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. All right, so
Saying because he's already seen bits and
advantage.
pieces of this other thing, I'm gonna give him a
Are
little.
you kidding me? All right, so that's a 12. Because he rolled a 2 and a 7, and that's a +5 total with his already
Okay,
buffs
terrific.
existing.
In that case, let me see here. We've got. You know what? Yeah, I think you can see most of the things. And I can't. Oh, can I do this? Yeah. So, as you're looking around, you see. This is clearly the woman who was talking, walking back and forth.
Okay.
You can see a giant half ogre over here in the corner. There's an eternal flame guardian. There's one of the priests you fought. There's a full ogre over here. And then around the corner, you can just barely see several hobgoblins that are lining up in this area here where Esme opened the hole.
Okay. I think the moment he clocks that, I want him to retreat out immediately.
Okay, terrific. It doesn't seem like anyone acknowledges him or sees him. But you do see this woman kind of just sitting here on the steps with her head in her hand, just looking very bored. And
I also want to definitely clock the image of her face, knowing that she's probably one of the higher ups.
Indeed. She looks like she's like maybe a half elf or a human. She's got dark skin, but otherwise, shoulder length blonde hair.
Okay.
Hey, Gwen.
Yeah, what's up?
Do you have a way for other people to see what you can see through Slurp?
Okay, Dungeon Daddy.
Yeah.
So we've gone with my mental link. If I am also using my ability to warg,
You can't show
I-
people what you're seeing. No, you can share your thoughts, you can send messages, you can't show them what you're seeing. No pictures unless it's a doodle.
How good of an
Okay.
artist are you?
can I try to draw what I saw?
As in what this woman looks like or something else?
What are you looking for, Bonus?
I would love to know what she looks like.
Yeah.
You would not
let's
be able to
just-
draw that well enough, no.
Alright, fair enough.
Okay.
I thought I'd ask.
I draw like a stick figure in the dirt.
Is
Yeah.
that good?
So like I'm gonna say with your mind link, you can share like stick figure doodles. Is the kind of thing you can share, but just like a picture, not like moving things, nothing. Just like I'm gonna send you this little brain doodle, like an Etch-a-Sketch. I'm gonna type thing is what you can
I
send
don't
via
think I
your
could
mental
turn it
link.
to
Um,
doodle.
Yeah, I send you a mental image. It's a very vague sketch of this face.
mhm.
And
I
I'm-
definitely try, and I think I like dislocate a rib.
Okay. So, okay.
Well, unless
so,
you have proficiency with like art supplies or something like that, which I don't think you do.
navigator's tools and water vehicles.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Water vehicles,
Mhm.
just Gawain on a ski-doo.
Definitely, yeah.
Yee,
I don't want you to roll because you're not able to roll high enough to accurately depict this woman.
okay, so our options that I can gather, we can get over half of us in and drop on top of them or drop past them because I think that tunnel might be farther past them.
Buddy, I don't think we should go in here at all.
That's so many people.
That's too many people. I think that this is a
Too many, I don't know, but a lot, yes. Too many, I don't know.
If Esme went down to the part that a human or a person can't go further, could they look through the hole and then cast tidal wave into that room?
Oh, because they can't cast while they're in.
Yeah.
I can't do it in spider form.
No, but you can be your regular form. Can they look still out the hole at that point, or no?
Well,
In their regular form? Like if we all went down together and you looked through the hole, can they cast it, or no? It's too far away.
It's so there's the part you can crawl through. By the time that stops, it breaks out into the little holes.
Yeah.
All of the little holes, or at least the main big one, is about 100 feet to where it opens out.
Okay, so they can't direct it in right on top of them.
Again, you could, but you would not be able to see enough to like put it somewhere useful necessarily.
Copy that. Okay.
okay.
You'd have to have like
Basically,
Slurp
like
looking.
closing my eyes and doing it.
Yeah, and like
Right.
listening to Gawain like translate where to put it from Slurp.
I think
Yeah.
that big ass full ogre would fuck us up. That's all I'm
Hey,
saying.
Dungeon Daddy.
Yeah.
Is there... Okay. Would there ever be a world that I could potentially crawl down the hole to where it splits off and bring the party with me one by one, and use Dimension Door to not send myself, but to send 2 other people, and then me and myself, if I use 2 spell slots. So
okay.
So just to put it in the realm of what I'm looking for,
Yeah.
could I, if I use both of my spell slots,
Uh-huh.
and send Esme in spider form with Slurp, warging the whole time so I know exactly where I'm teleporting to, could I teleport all of the party into that hallway?
Ooh, let me look at this. That's an interesting.
Is that what we're doing? Are we going through here? Are we entering?
No, I'm just looking to see
So
if it's
from
an
your
option.
current location to any other spot
Okay.
within range.
And range
You
is
arrive at
500
exactly
feet.
the spot desired. It can be a place you can see, ones you can visualize, or one you can describe by stating distance and direction. You can bring along objects as long as they're weighted in the scene. You can also bring one willing creature of your size or smaller who's carrying gear up to its carrying capacity. Creature must be within 5 feet of you.
So that's what I'm wondering. If I
Okay,
had
so-
2 other people, could I, instead of sending myself, send 2 others and then grab the 4th person and myself to teleport in while Spider Esme is on the back of Slurp?
You would need a DC 20 Arcana check, but yes. Every time you want to,
Okay.
if you ever want to do this, I'm going to say you need a DC 20 Arcana check.
Okay. So just to pose an option, it would get rid of all my spell slots, but we would get past this group entirely. And we could get inside the tunnel. We'd be trapped in between 2 massive mobs, but that's an option. It's an option. I can try it. It's an option.
To where?
So the last place I checked out was a hallway that was farther in, I think, because it didn't look
but we
familiar
don't know exactly
to...
which hallway.
Well, so currently,
Yeah, I don't know.
Slurp is right above this area right now, so you can kind of see
Yes.
a bit around here. If you want, you could have him poke out through the other hole as well. But he will need to make another stealth check.
Can I have him poke out through the hallway hole?
Yeah, exactly.
Hallway
That's
that
the
I
one.
wasn't sure. Yeah, I want to check out where
Okay,
that
give me
is.
another stealth
Just
check.
again, this is just an option, everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Just an option.
Okay, so it's stealth +3. It's covered. Cut. That's a 6. I'm using inspiration on that
Okay.
one. Why is... Seriously? D&D Beyond is rolling so low.
It's the new dice.
That's I'll keep the, I guess, a 6.
Okay. Slurp props his little head out, and luckily there's no one around. But you can see. Let me just make sure I can do this. Yeah. I can just get rid of that then. You just see the rest of this hallway. This is a long hallway. You guys kind of looked down this way briefly when you ran past these things. You were fighting one of those creatures here, and you looked kind of down this hallway and then all the way down this one. And that is in this direction. The south is where you hear the sounds of like hammering and yelling and just metal on metal and sizzling and fire and that kind of thing.
And even with my dark vision, I can't see down that hall any farther.
Not really. There's like some steps in this direction.
Okay.
Okay, so just again, it's an option. This hallway is the one that went south when we got past the pillar room that me and Poetry saw. So, like, yes, it would get rid of all my spell slots, but I'd still have all my cantrips, and I can still, like, fight. But it would get us past those people if we could be super stealthy about it. Just an option. But
Yeah, here we go. You can see the steps.
But we'd get right to there.
we would get past that point. I'd have to roll really well on a spell check to see if I could do that, but like I think I can.
Okay.
I can also cast Pass Without Trace on everyone
Yeah.
beforehand.
Well, the whole deal would be, Esme, you would have to be on the back of Slurp, and we'd have to send Slurp in and then I'd see through Slurp's eyes and teleport to what Slurp's seeing. And then I could theoretically send the 4 of us to meet you two. But
I don't know if Pass Without Trace will be on y'all then.
is
like
it an
within-
after the fact thing?
No, I think
Or
it's
is it-
anyone up to a certain amount of people within your area for Pass Without
So
Trace.
if they like circle back, if they like enter back into my radius, then it covers them.
I believe so, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that could be useful. But I do think we should check out that vent that Glarnock found first.
Let's head over. This is good. Because if we don't have to come through here, I'd rather not. This feels like
Definitely
they set
not.
this up to.
No, that seems like a really good way to
Us.
get dead.
Yeah.
I mean, we could always just keep attacking and retreating and see if they eventually just change tactic
Here's the
or
thing.
give up.
I don't think we can keep doing that.
I don't know. Death is stupid, and I don't think any of us will actually die from here on out, but that's just...
Oh no.
How
Don't tempt me, buddy. I'll
how
We gotta get this kid some therapy.
Yeah, you do.
Oh, man.
how far is the other ventilation shaft?
it's much further down. It's in this direction, but it's much further, like at the maybe closer to the bottom of the hill and a little further.
So it wouldn't take us that long to get there then, right?
No, it's like maybe 20-minute walk from where
Okay,
you are
let's
now.
go on a field trip.
Let's
To
jog.
be cautious, I do re-plug up the hole,
Mm-hmm.
and then I leave like a marker so that we know exactly where to go.
Certainly. Makes sense.
Hey, we did a hell of a reconnaissance, I'm just saying.
Yeah,
you guys learned a lot. Mm-hmm.
I mean, it helps when 2 people searching are rolling nat 20s, so, like, good job. Good job.
Found these hidden little shafts. Terrific. You guys go around. Glarnock, you're sort of triangulating where you saw that one little wisp of smoke because, again, all the everything around here is visually obstructed. It's all lightly obscured. But you're walking in the direction that you saw it until you see coming out of, like, it's essentially a little crag or an outcropping. Like, coming out of the top of what looks just like a boulder is one little plume of smoke that, if you weren't looking for it, would meld right in with all the other smoke around you. But you can see it. It's coming, kind of like pumping smoke out of it because you're looking for it. And if you crawl up to the top of that boulder, it's about like maybe 10 feet high. You see there's actually a metal chute that is built into that boulder. It's just like a metal chute on top. It's got like a very, very wide grate, slits on it. And otherwise, it looks just like a stone chute. A stone. The hole is stone. The vent on top is metal, I should say. Does that make sense? So there's a covering in this stone hole.
Can I see down the hole? Can I see at the bottom?
It's pumping out smoke, so you're gonna get shit in your eyes if you try to look right down it.
Okay.
But it's big. It's like 5 feet. Like, it's big enough for like anybody to kind of just jump down it.
Gwen, I think you should mold earth on top of it and plug that bitch up.
Smoke them out?
Yeah.
That could be interesting. Well, do we want to check out what room this is above, or do we just want to plug it up and call it good? Because
No,
I can
I mean,
plug
if
it
we
up.
can, how are
I
we going to
think-
check that out?
I think this could be the
Well, can we take the grate off?
If you want.
Glarnock, you want to help me?
Yeah, I got a crowbar.
You got a crowbar? Give me an athletics with advantage then.
You just have a crowbar?
You are the brute
You
squad.
don't?
I got him at the town we were at. What is it? Athletics? I'm sorry.
Athletics
right?
with advantage, yeah.
You bought a crowbar?
Doesn't everybody have a crowbar?
That's a nat 20 on the
No,
first
I
one.
don't
You're
have a
kidding me.
24 without advantage.
Oh my
Today
god.
Is our day. Today is our
The
day.
full thing, not only the top, but the full metal insert into the stone just whoom, just flies out. And it's just now just a stone hole that's
Okay.
going deep into the ground.
Bravo.
Oh, wow.
What
Good
happens?
job, buddy.
What happens to the smoke when that happens?
It spreads out a lot more because it's no longer being directed by the vent. So it's just kind of pluming now instead of shooting straight up.
Does it
Okay.
lessen? Is there less smoke, or is it still strong stream?
It is less because it's spreading out more rather than coming up in one place. So you can try to look down it, but it's still going to be pretty smoky.
Okay.
Is it hot?
It's hot.
Like,
yeah.
if I put my hand at, like, how hot? Like,
It's warm.
gonna cause me damage? Hot,
No,
or
just warm. Just, smoke is
Okay.
warm.
Okay, hear me out, everybody. What if we have a rope? You
I got
lower
it.
me down.
I got a rope.
I don't need to breathe. So I could just go down there and check it out.
This will not burn you, or it will burn?
I don't know if it'll burn me. It's just a little warm when I put
Alright,
my
stick
arm.
your
Like, my
arm in
arm
it.
is
Yeah,
fully in
stick
it.
your arm down there.
It's warm.
It's just warm. It's not like.
It's
like-
gonna get
It's,
hotter.
you're gonna,
as you go
yeah,
down,
you're
though.
like if you hold it there for a minute, you're gonna notice some black shit on your arm just from smoke debris
Just soot.
accumulating
Yeah,
on your
yeah, yeah.
arm, and then it's gonna get like warm and uncomfortable. But
Okay,
I-
who's got goggles? We gotta give the kids some
Wait,
goggles.
I need some
something.
goggles. I pull out the cracked Aarakocra skull that I just had in my bag. Wait. Oh, I forgot I had that. Just put it back in. That was our goggles.
why do you have that?
I don't know.
Oh, God.
I just gotta grab things on the adventure.
Oh,
Oh, it was the pile of bones at the bottom of the air cult tower. That's right.
oh,
yeah.
mhm. I wasn't there for that. I don't know why I'm agreeing.
Just see
Um,
if I have anything I can make into goggles.
Wait a sec. Okay, Asa.
Yes,
Ooh, ooh. I have that water weird tank, right?
Yeah.
Is there a way that I could command the water weird to put its hands over my eyes so that I can still see through it? Because you can see through water.
Yeah.
But to have it protect my eyes from the smoke.
Oh. I think so, yeah. I don't see why
Like,
not.
Hold on, guys.
It's made
I
out of
just, like,
water.
knock on the tank and the water weird just
Mhm.
cover my eyes, please. And then
We can keep using that, right? This isn't the one use of that
Nope.
thing.
I
right?
did get clarification last week.
Yeah.
Yes, we can keep
unless
reusing it.
unless the tank breaks or you
Yes.
fully remove it from the tank, it is reusable.
Okay.
Yes. So
Okay.
it is like it's kind of like it's coming out of my back, like it's coming up out of the tank and over the top of me, and then just kind of covers my eyes. Can I put my head in the smoke with it over the top? Like, is it working?
I gotta just double check. I gotta read about water weirds for a second to make sure
Oh,
that
I have the stat blocks as
I
well.
think they're just made out of
Damage resistances: fire, bludgeoning, piercing, slashing from non-magical weapons, immune to poison. Condition immunities: exhaustion, grapple, paralyzed, poison, prone, restrained, unconscious.
Grappling.
It's got a blind sight of 30 feet, passive
Oh.
perception 10. Invisible in water, water bound, so it's bound to the tank. And then it's
I
got
just
a
want to
constrict-
read the description of it, like if it's
Oh, yeah.
fully elemental guardian bound to a specific location.
Invisible when immersed in water.
Sauna is declared planet full of water. Okay. And let me just check the tank, because I think it does whatever you say it will.
Gawain, you should probably still bring Slurp down with you, but put him inside your shirt
Come on, buddy! I pull it out because it's
Yeah.
also baggy as hell right now.
so that like
Just
he
pull
doesn't
it
get
out.
any soot on him. So that if you have to, because like I imagine the chute is gonna eventually like open up into a room of some kind.
Okay.
If we're above
Yeah.
it.
And
So you might need to put him into that room and work into him.
Oh, so I don't have to come out of the smoke.
So
Okay, I
water
got what you're
weirds
saying. Okay.
don't have hands, but he could theoretically wrap around your eyes, I think. So, yeah. Mhm.
Cool.
That works. You open
sweet.
the tank. Just a big
Alright, buddy.
watery monster snake thing. just shoots
Protect
out of
my
Gawain's
eyes.
back and just wraps around your face. And initially you drown a little bit. You're like, and then you're like, no, just the eyes. And then it just covers sort of like your head, so like your hair is kind of all wet and just floating in the water, as it kind of becomes a little watery turban essentially.
My pink hair is just flowing around.
Exactly.
I'm also
yeah.
like, I realize I do that thing and I put it up to my eyes and I was like, oh wait, that's right, I don't need to breathe.
Mm-hmm.
And then I fully immerse in the
Yeah,
bubble.
but
I put my full head
you
in.
accidentally inhale, and then your face is just wrapped in stuff. You can't see fully clearly, but your eyes are not bothered by the smoke.
I mental link to Boneless and I'm just like, okay, buddy.
Here we go.
Let's
go, guys.
All right, you got a rope? Someone's
I
gonna.
wrap
I
the
got
rope
a- I
around
got-
me. It
I
is
got a
tied around
rope
me.
and I lower Gawain down.
Okay,
I'll go the back. Belay on.
on belay, terrific. All
Belay
right,
indeed.
so just give me an athletics check, Glarnock, with advantage.
Did y'all want me to cast Pass Without Trace before
Shit.
you do
Um,
whatever it is
Can
that
you
you're
cast
doing?
it on me so I'm the center of it?
No, I think
no,
it has to be
be
centered
you.
around me.
Well, do you want to come with me, Esme? You could like spider it up and get in my shirt.
We should.
Th-
We
but
should
then
be
we're-
Sure.
But then we're definitely going down then, right?
Oh, okay. So, how about maybe?
Let's
Yeah,
because
because you only get 2 of those, right?
Yeah.
Also, you need to breathe, right?
Oh shit.
Oh,
that's
yes.
true.
I do need to breathe.
So we would have to stop whatever that smoke is to all get it down there, or jump down and hold our breaths.
And hope.
Oh, that's what Slurp's for. And I just like pat the bulge in my chest. Just
All right, athletics with advantage. That's a 11, and then a 17.
All right, you're good. Yeah, you're just holding Gawain, just lowering
got
him
scared.
gently. If you roll a nat 1, you're gonna drop him. I'm gonna let you know. You've got advantage. It's probably not gonna happen. But just so you know.
I am also smaller than I was, so that should help a little bit.
Of course, yeah. It's not gonna be. Yeah, it's not hard to just hold you and prevent you from falling.
I'm an 11-year-old.
Yeah,
Exactly.
downies,
So
downies.
I'm slowly lowering him down.
Yeah, you slowly lower down, and it is smoky. It is just like, and it gets gradually warmer and warmer, and it's not burning you, but by the time, and you're down like hundreds and hundreds of feet. I'm gonna assume you each have a bunch of rope, so you have at least we'll say you have like 500 feet of rope collectively, which is
Oh my
about
God.
which is about how much you need to get all the way to the bottom of this shaft. And you can see it actually, once you get to the bottom, it actually gets wider. It gets bigger. And as you get closer and closer, it gets hotter and hotter to the point where it's like it's never burning you, but once you get to the bottom, like you are visibly sweating. You are like actively, like it doesn't stop, just wet, constantly.
Can I, as I'm going down and I feel the heat getting hotter, can I command the weird to fully encompass my body because it is large?
Sure, yeah, you can wrap around you as much as you want.
Yeah, just fully wrap around to just kind of encase me in water.
It's keeping you. It's still warm. Like, that's how hot it is.
Yeah.
here. Like, it's not gonna hurt you, but it is like very uncomfortable, even with the water around you, because you're just sweating into the water, and the water weird is becoming part sweat, and
I'm part of you now.
exactly. So as you're getting closer, you're getting very hot. The water weird wraps around you. You're just like a weird watery Gawain, and you can't see a lot. Number one, because the smoke is still an obstruction, and number two, because you're seeing through both smoke and water. And the water is becoming cloudy as you get lower and lower because it's absorbing pollutants from the smoke. But you eventually get down, and when you're at the bottom, you can see, because it gets orange glow is suddenly like taking up the majority of your vision. Through the water, through the pollutants in the water, you can see this orange glow below you. And you can hear, muddled by the water and everything, and the flow of air past your ears, just like shouting and clanging and metal and sizzling and boom, 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 boom. Just tons of loud sounds. How low do you want to go? You can kind of see down. It's hard because this is clearly the point in which all the smoke that is coming out of this room is funneling. That's why it's so hot, is like all the heat that is being generated here is channeled into this vent.
I think at that point, I do want to, like, I have the weird, like, separate, like, there's like a pocket that the weird's around that's like protecting Slurp. And I think I just kind of like mentally say to Slurp, all right, buddy, I need you to get out of the mist and check it out. And I'm going to warg into Slurp and send him out of the smoke.
Okay, terrific.
As stealthy as possible.
Of course, yeah. Give me a stealth
cool.
check for him.
Cool. It was a 19 for so long, and then it flipped to a 9. So that's a 12.
A 12. Incredible. All right, so Slurp pops out, and he kind of just flicks over to the side of the wall here. You're kind of dangling in the center of this place where the vent channels all the smoke upward. So he kind of gets out of the way a little bit. You're right in the pool. You're still up in the vent, so all the smoke is coming past you, which is why you can't see that well. But he gets a little to the side of it, so he's only getting some of the smoke and heat, a fraction of it compared to what you're getting. But he's on the ceiling of this huge room. Give me a perception check with disadvantage.
Just a straight roll?
It's a straight roll, yeah.
Anyway?
That tracks.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
cool. Okay, finally. That's a 21.
Ooh, very good. All right. Incredible. So you get a look at all of the chaos, all of the war machine that is present here in the Temple of Eternal Flame. A variety of creatures working at channels of lava that are flowing into these troughs that are allowing these creatures to stick their hands in with hot metal and heat up the metal before pulling it out, throwing it onto an iron, and then banging away at it to shape it. Behind all of them, you see a humongous, a huge, like maybe 10 feet tall, burly, masculine figure with a ponytail, bright red skin, pants, holding with a humongous scimitar strapped to its back, just yelling, bellowing orders at all of these fiery creatures that are sticking their hands in lava with hot metal. Whenever one of them stops, he'll run over and just beat them over the back of the head. And meanwhile, in the corners, you see a couple other just regular Eternal Flame Guardians just standing around kind of watching all of this happen. Let me unveil this. This big red guy is the guy you see that is just kind of just pacing back and forth, yelling. And whenever one of these other guys stops working for even a second, he comes over and just beats the shit out of them, like just bam over the head. So they slam their head on the iron. They'll dunk their face into the lava, because all of these creatures you see are some type of flame elemental. You recognize at least one of them because you saw one of them at the Scarlet Moon Hall before. This is one of the creatures that escaped with a letter, if you recall.
Yeah.
A creature, he has a bronze face, bronze fists, and he looks like just armor with fire filling it. There are 3 of those and this other very large creature that looks sort of like a snake, but with tendrils coming off of it. It's clearly like got fire spirit in it as well, as its body like radiates heat and glows with flame in itself. It's large and snake-like, but it sort of sits upright, more like what's that thing called? I don't know, like you know what a naga is?
I know.
Dragon?
Yeah, like a naga. Okay.
So it's long enough so that its tail is on the ground, but its face is upright. You know.
So kind of like a Medusa-esque thing, where like there's a portion of it that's upright.
Yes, and the upright portion has arms.
Okay.
But this is clearly like a flame creature in a snake-like, a very large snake-ish form. So there's one of them. There's 3 of these other bronze fire creatures. There's a couple, these guards, and then these guys who you've seen before. These are the same creatures that you fought at the tunnel, at the lava pillars way up here. They're
The
different.
ones that exploded their hearts.
Exactly. They're different people, but they are the same type of creature, you can tell. They have the same, like, cast iron armor, same glass plate on front of their chest that shows you that there's fire in their heart. Yeah, that's about, you see all these guys. This guy, this big red guy keeps walking back and forth, yelling at everybody. They're making some, like, really cool looking weapons. It looks like, it's some type of steel forged with bronze or copper so that it glows golden. It's like it looks really cool and sort of like different than standard weapons. Like you don't know what it is about it, but it's clearly not ordinary stuff. You see there are exits. I guess I can just show you this one, right? Yeah. There's stairs going all the way up here, which is why the ceiling is so high, because there's stairs going down to this. This is like the lowest level, it seems. The ceilings are so high because there's smoke and shit pouring off of these like little lava rivers that are coming and filling up the troughs here that all of these creatures are working at. Then there's one other little... I'm going to do this. Little exit right here. That's what you can see.
Okay. Okay. I think seeing that, I'm going to switch to hearing for just a second. Just to like see what audible shit I can get.
Mm-hmm. It's just very loud here. I mean, just like a cacophony of banging and just the sound of lava like bubbling and like little and hissing and things being slurged in metal and then oil to cool them. All these sounds along with just general shouting in a language I don't think you speak. Surely not. He's yelling in something that is very foreign, like not even like Goblin or something. This is something that you've never even heard something like, I don't think. Just yelling at them before occasionally coming and he'll like pull out his giant scimitar and whack them on the back with it, shit like that.
Does he seem to be doing damage when he does that?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay. I think with that, I'm going to have Slurp retreat back to me. Mm-hmm. And then I'm going to yank twice on the rope, which was our signal to pull me up.
Okay. Terrific. You get yanked back up.
Okay. I think once I come outside, like, I try to talk for a second, but then remember I haven't been breathing for several minutes and I need to breathe to speak. Mm-hmm. So there's this moment of...
And it seems, yeah.
Okay.
Give me, I think, I'll take an insight check.
Insight?
Yeah.
Just straight up?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a +0.
Nat 20!
No way! Oh my god.
Oh shit!
Guys,
Also,
today's
with
the
the
day.
dice,
Mhm.
when you roll a nat 20 with those dice, the big dragon appears on the screen.
The fat dragon?
Yeah,
Oh, that's cool. That's awesome.
That's awesome. I love
Oh, okay, good. So many nat 20s this episode.
that.
Jesus.
Yes.
All right, so I gotta give you more information than I was going to then.
Yeah, spill
one-
the beans. Spill
Okay.
the beans.
Let's see, we got this. Let's go back down here. Okay, couple things. Number one thing that occurs to you is like all of the noise and just all of the business that's happening here is why none of these people came when you were fighting the people over here. Like, this area is so noisy, they cannot hear anything that's going on anywhere else in the temple. Number two, you heard, I think it was you? Yeah, you heard them talking over here. You heard Lizzie, Captain Lizzie, talking with someone else over here about protecting an asset. It strikes you that whatever weapons they're making here is the thing that she wanted to protect, which is probably why they didn't chase you out. It's because whatever it is that they're making is very important, and that's the value of that. Number three, I don't know. This guy here is let me say this differently. All of these people are working against their will. All of these creatures. These are not just dedicated members of the cult. These guys are being forced to work against their will. And this guy is the one that's forcing them to do that. It's not like he's just their sergeant or drill master or anything. Like he is like physically beating them into submission, and making them do that. These other guys here are just there to keep an eye on things in case it gets out of hand. This guy is clearly good enough to like take care of all these dudes on his own. These guys are just here just in case. Another thing, this lava is very hot. This red area here is going to have the same effects as the lava tubes up there. Which is why you see these guys are standing there, because they are impervious to fire damage. They can stand right next to the lava and have nothing and have no problem. Just like you can tell, these creatures all can as well, which is why they're the ones working the forges.
So do I gather that the regular soldiers who are in the corner, the reason they're that far away is because they're not?
Exactly. They are not impervious. I think you know from experience they are resistant to fire damage.
Yes.
But these guys are full. Everyone else in this room is fully immune, other than these two. The last thing I think with a nat 20 is that this lava is clearly flowing to the west. It's flowing in this direction, and you can't really see where it's going. It's just going into like a little, essentially, hole in the wall and continuing west, away from you. But these cauldrons are able to get filled up somehow, which means there's got to be a way to control the flow of lava, which is just an interesting aspect of this part of the architecture here, which is like they literally built this into a volcano type thing, a place where there's lava, so that they could have a really good forge here. And that there's some type of presumably dwarven mechanism that allows them to do this.
Meaning there could be a way to flood this room with lava?
Maybe.
Or just stop it altogether?
Both. It's just an interesting aspect of how this all works.
I don't know where that mechanism would be based on looking
idea.
at the room.
Mm-mm.
So I would...
It's just it's just you're looking at it. This is not a normal forge. A normal forge has a furnace. You put things in the furnace. You take things out of the furnace. This thing has lava cauldrons, like troughs of lava that people are using instead of a furnace, which presumably allows them a lot more capabilities in terms of what they're able to make. And they're likely only able to do this by some means of controlling the lava.
Which is probably in a different room. Or verbal, like those pillars were. Okay.
And yeah, I think that's all you get.
I go up and I...
Yeah, no one saw Slurp because of all the smoke and the noise and everything. No one was even looking up. Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I go up, I relay all of this information, and I'm just like, okay, so if we drop down there and we decide we want to try to take this room, there's at least 3 of them that would be on our side, quote unquote, and by that I just mean they're not there by their will, and if we are scarier than the other guy, they might either leave or help. I don't know. But also Asa, just to make sure, I'm assuming with the nat 20, this group wouldn't be able to hear us fighting the other group. But if we started fighting this one and the noises stopped, would I gather that would draw the attention of everyone else?
That depends. You wouldn't be able to predict that, I don't think.
Okay, so yeah, we've got some options, and it looks like all of them are either being the stealthiest motherfuckers we've ever been, or beating the ever-loving hell out of these people and hoping that we are able to win. Because if we drop down and fight those guys, and we need to get out, we have to go through other guys.
I think that...
Or hope that our rope stays, because I'm assuming we're going to have to rappel down.
If you have your spell slots, we have a chance. If you have to use your spell slots to get down there, or anything else, you know...
Well, it is only 500 feet. So I could theoretically teleport myself and one other person out, or 2 other people if I roll high enough.
But you would be, 500 feet is where you got to with the rope, so that would be at the top of this room.
I'd have to get us to the ceiling and then do it. Okay.
Mm-hmm. This also was the only vent, as it turned out.
Yeah.
So we could smoke them out.
What if we were to plug up the hole and the smoke filled the room, they would have to come out.
I should tell you, this is not the only vent in this room. This is the main vent.
Oh, okay. So I did see other vents. Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
so that wasn't presumably what Slurp was looking at, but I will, just to be fair, I'll tell you, there was other ways of smoke leaving this room. This was just the big primary one. That is in like the center of the room. There's other tiny little holes in the ceiling that are doing the same thing.
Would we be able to tidal wave this room from 500 feet?
I mean, it's a straight drop.
You could just shove a bunch of water down here if you want.
Where in the room is the hole?
Essentially right above the center of it. So essentially above where this creature is.
I think that if we go down there, we're gonna get lit up.
I feel like we'd get a killer surprise if we just started
dropping out of the ceiling.
Drop out of the smoke-filled ceiling and just start going buck wild on the big guy.
This would be a sick fight. This would be really fun. But we still have to kill... I have to look up her name every time.
Jennifer.
And we still have no idea where she is in here. But also, we gotta stop these guys from making these weapons.
Yeah, also,
that's
what if
just
we
bad
could
all
use
around.
those weapons? Like, what if we could take them?
What all do we... I was pooping when we we're at the water cult, what all do we have from them?
We have some water grenades. We have the water weird, which I'm gonna put him back in the tank.
Yeah,
Or put
he
them
is
back in the tank.
significantly gray now. He is no
Oh,
longer
buddy.
just water. He absorbs
Get
so
him-
much
Can he
Put him in
like
the
pollutants.
take
Brita.
time? Can he take time before he goes in to just like filter out the gunk?
I don't think so. I think he's just gray now. I think
He's
that's
just gray now.
Yeah. mhm.
Put
He's,
him
he,
through the
he,
Brita
let's
later.
put it
Yeah,
this
we
way.
could,
Unless
yeah.
he gets exposed to more water, he's no longer invisible when he is in the water.
We'll run
Okay.
him through a cheesecloth.
Yeah, you could do
Yeah,
that. hmm
We'll do that later. Sorry, buddy. And I give him a high five. And then it's like, yeah. But I have to high five his face because he doesn't have arms.
You just splash him a little.
Do you, Gwen? Do you remember any of the like maybe words that you heard?
Can
Did
I
you
try
say
to
any
perform the
words?
words I heard?
I'll let you try, but this is not a language you're even familiar with because it's like, some languages use the same syllables, they use the same written alphabet. This one is not like anything else, but you can try.
Out of curiosity, so
Yeah.
I do speak Common, Primordial, and Kuori.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. I'll give you a chance then. Yeah, you still have to make a
Okay.
performance check, but it's just straight.
That's a 13.
A 13. Let me see. This is probably easier if I just look at everyone else's languages. Let me see. Boneless. Nope.
I'm waiting for the day that Primordial's useful.
Primordial is what makes this possible. For you to be like, oh, you kind of the vowel sounds are not fully foreign. Okay. Yeah, no one recognizes. Let's have everyone make a history check. No one can speak this language, but we'll see if anyone recognizes it.
19.
Ooh. 18.
17.
Come on,
11.
16. Oh.
11.
11. 4. Terrific. Esme, you are the only one that recognizes this language. And it's presumably from some one-off memory you have of some type of magic being done at the Emerald Enclave when you were a child, or having interacted with like a benevolent flame spirit of some kind in your youth. As druids are wont to do when they commune with nature. Sometimes you end up speaking with a spirit, like a spirit of nature sometimes. And I think this was something that you heard. It's called Ignan. Ignan. It's nothing that
I don't understand it.
you don't
though,
understand
right?
it, but you're like, oh, I
I
remember.
just recognize it.
Yeah, because you probably were part of some little ceremony or something where a flame spirit spoke to your circle, and you asked your someone like, hey, what was that he spoke, and they were like, oh, that's called Ignan.
There's
Word.
they said something protect us. What were they saying?
I said Imix protect us.
Imix. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And we know Imix to be the deity.
Yes,
That
that
they
is
worship,
the yes.
That's how they turned on the crazy pillars.
That is how. That is who they are trying to summon to bring about the end of the world.
Okay, so
So, 2 priorities. We gotta fuck up this forge at some point for the greater good. And we gotta kill Vanifer.
Vanifer.
I did it!
yay!
I did look though, just to make sure.
It's Jennifer, but
It's
she
Jennifer.
lives in a van.
Yeah, Vanifer. Mm-hmm.
Now I'll remember it. That's actually good. We gotta kill Vanifer for the water cult. I think that we should probably pick one to do first instead of trying to do them both at the same time.
Also, I think the goal of killing Vanifer is primarily to kind of get rid of the heads of the snakes so that they just kind of disintegrate. Was that the goal? Like, we don't have to
That's
kill
what
them
I
all.
was
We just take
assuming.
the heads off, it'll
Yeah.
fall apart.
That was the instruction you got from the crushing wave as well, which was that if you take out the leaders, then it'll fall apart.
It probably won't, but
It's a big ol' maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm assuming, personally, that one of the two side paths to the south or to the east are gonna take us to Vanifer, I think. I don't know which one, but based on the options that I see, is we have three choices. We can try to just bulldoze our way in. In the meantime, one of us is probably gonna go down and not dead, go down, and then we will bring it back and we'll be fine. Because death, stupid. But option 2, we try the teleport thing to put us in the hallway that is gonna be right next to this room. Option 3, we all just drop down in on this and go buck wild. Actually, there's a fourth option. Option 4, we do the Slurp Esme method and we have them go through and just check everything out. That could also be. Oh, wait. What if we do? I'll go down again. I'll use the water weird to like make a protective bubble like I did for Slurp. Spider Maze in there as well. And then you two just take off for me and go from this room and just like investigate shit. Because everybody seems pretty distracted in this room.
Spider-Man's gotta breathe, honey.
Yeah, Slurp could breathe for a second just in like the little pocket bubble they made for him.
Oh, I
Inside the
gotcha.
water weird.
Well, I guess we
My
could do
vote's
that.
option number 2, that hallway, because if we drop into this room, that guy standing next to the door is going to go tell everyone.
Yeah.
There's also the fact that like fire fucks our shit up
Yeah, pretty
every
bad.
time.
Yeah.
Like
I'm also
dropping
wondering-
into this room full of fire is not a great move.
How many of those water grenades do we have? Like, if we dropped a water grenade in one of those cauldrons, what would happen?
You don't know. You'd have to try.
I do think that there is some use to this idea of like we could essentially plant a bunch of bombs on this ceiling and try and like collapse the ceiling in on them.
While everyone's thinking about all your options, let's take a little break. Everybody go pee, mull this over.
This is a real conundrum.
Mm-hmm.
I know
Delicious
what
conundrum.
I, as a player,
We have like
Mhm.
3 really hard paths.
All right. Everyone take a 10. We'll be back at 53. All right. Be right back. And we're back,
Okay.
figuring out what to do with this new information about the forge. Any thoughts? Any
Still don't
questions?
know.
The one side thing that I will say about the reason I want to send Slurp with Esme, I realize he's like a bigger target, but if I don't, we have no way of knowing what's happening with you.
Yeah.
It's just you in there alone.
That's true.
Unless you have something, Esme.
Yeah, unless you can communicate, because
I do not.
I am real nervous about you going in by yourself.
I think it's worth doing. I know it would be sick. I know we're like itching to get her done, kids. But I do think it's worth figuring out where we need to go. I think it's worth doing a little bit more recon, seeing if we can find Vanifer. Because I would hate for this. I would hate for that for us to like fall into their trap in that like this is essentially a big red herring, and she's not even here. Because they also don't necessarily know that that's what we're here for.
True, although we did take out the
still
second in command already.
Yeah.
So what if what if we, so that hallway we can drop either Slurp, Esme, or both can go into that hallway and check out that path to the north where all the statues are?
Yeah.
Because nobody's guarding that area and we can at least see what's going on that way.
Yeah.
I like that plan.
That might be the way to Vanifer.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I don't know.
Is there an
I think
upstairs
she's
to this
through
place?
this weird door behind this red
Oh,
Hellboy
you
man.
think
But there's also
You think it's to the right?
Because it's the most protected area.
Yeah, you
there's
think it's to the
also
right.
the path to on the southern end of the barracks
Oh, right.
where that other sorcerer
To the
ran
left.
off to.
To the left.
We have no
Yeah.
idea where that goes.
Over here.
Yeah, where does that go? We don't even know. So,
Okay.
I think, honestly, I think one of our best options might actually be through the front door and just picking them off from the entrance. And like you said, like at least behind us is the way we just came. If we drop in any of these other entrances, the way we just came is inaccessible.
Well, I do agree. I agree with Boneless in that we should do more recon first. But I also do think, yes, the front door right now is looking like the best option.
Like I think we
With
had
the
our
info
best.
we have.
Unfortunately, I would love to go jump in there, but that snake fucking thing is
I don't
it's freaking me out.
I don't know.
That might-
So
I think that's
Just-
what's haunting me. I don't know. It may be in
Dude.
my brain.
do we want to do the drop in the hallway? We can even censor, because I can resummon Slurp. That it takes like an hour, but I can resummon Slurp if he gets taken out.
Let's pop through that hallway and see if we can find Vanifer.
Yes.
But also, Esme, if you would like to go with, or do you have a case for going just yourself?
I don't have to go even necessarily, but I do think it makes the most sense to figure out where Vanifer is before we try to set foot in this place, because it's full of people who are just going to murder us.
That's all, because that's all they want.
I think the path with the statues is a good pick.
I will say also, just based on what that other person said, they do underestimate the shit out of us, which that is also very good to know. I like that a lot.
Like
I love being underestimated.
We go fuck them up from the front, but once we kill them all, we're gonna have to rest again probably.
The thing is, I also underestimate us. So
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
It works both ways.
And see, I overestimate us. I assume we can do anything.
God, we're gonna.
We'll be
Again,
alright.
I am
We'll be
11.
alright.
I am 11.
Alright.
Cool. So
investigation.
I think we can leave the pipe as is. We don't need to do anything with it. I don't think.
Which one are you coming through?
I want to go back to the tiny little hole, and then I want to bring Slurp in that hallway and drop him in, and I want him to stealth his way through.
Okay, just Slurp.
And check out that. Yeah.
Or is Esme gonna go too?
Your call, Esme.
I think it's best to not burn my spell slot.
Fair enough.
I agree.
Cool. Then yeah, I think I'm gonna drop Sturpin, and I want to have him inspect that hallway with the statues to the northeast of where he is now.
I was like, damn, he's that big.
No, he's still
He
a
get okay. He apparently gets smaller than me.
little...
When I get
give
smaller,
me-
he gets.
Give
See,
me
when
a little
I'm-
stealth check for him.
When I'm a grown man, Slurp's gonna be huge.
You might be a grown man tomorrow.
Maybe.
Sure, could
I
happen.
could do it today. It could happen.
You could realistically jump. You could become 21 today.
I could be
What?
21 today.
Yeah.
I could, if something goes terribly, terribly right.
It's a D10. That's really
Yeah.
funny.
It's a D10, and evens I age up, odds I age down.
Well, at least you can't. Okay, so you can't die at this age. That's good at least.
Yes.
Well,
correct.
but you could become.
I could
two.
lose control of my character.
And I guess
Yeah.
would you just become like a fetus? I don't want to know.
Well, you know,
I don't want to
the
find
lowest, the most you could become now because you're 11. You could go down by 9. It means you become 2, which means your character wouldn't be useful anymore.
I'm not functional as
Yeah.
a playable
We'd have
character.
to,
We're just
like,
gonna baby
carry
Bjorn
him.
you
Yeah.
on Glarnock.
Blarnock has already got it. He's looking forward to it. You and the sprites.
He's
You and the
looking
sprites.
forward to it.
Okay.
You and the
It is
sprites.
a 13 for Slurp.
Okay, terrific. That's all you needed. Because luckily, everyone over here is looking in this direction. They're expecting you guys to come that way, so he can just.
Also, I would like Slurp to prepare at any given moment if he sees a threat to fully dissipate into that pocket dimension.
Certainly, yeah. Cool. First, give me a perception check for Slurp.
All right.
With advantage, yeah.
Oh my God, we're finally seeing the statued hallway.
Oh, wow. We're back to the low rolls. That's a nat 1 and a 7. So that's 10.
10. Terrific. Give me one sec.
It's weird that we can hear birds in here.
We're technically outside.
Oh, that's
Okay,
right. we
so
are.
first thing is you do notice a tripwire here in between these first two statues that Slurp just floats right over. Not a big deal.
I think I immediately yell out loud, "See, Glarnock, I told you there was a trap! I told you!"
Indeed. You don't know exactly what it does, but you see just the tiniest little wire there that if you were walking normally, someone would set that off. Let's do...
I think Slurp is like flying on the ceiling.
Oh, sure.
Or like ceiling area.
Oh.
More statues.
More statues. Niches line both sides of this dark hall. You see the statues therein in the niches are all dwarves. They're all different dwarves, all with similar armor and accoutrements, but each with like a different face, different facial hair, things like that. And yeah, so he's floating along, and as you get to the end of this hallway here, let's see, can I make this? No, let's just do it like this. Give me another perception check.
Alright, come on, Slurp. Are you kidding me? A nat 1 and a 5.
Ooh,
So an 8.
goodness.
That is
gracious.
2 nat 1s.
Ooh, okay. So, unfortunately, Slurp does not hear anything when he comes into this room. But when he does, he sees a big fucking ogre. Give me another stealth check.
Come on, D&D Beyond. Just help me out. Are you... 9. 9 total.
A 9. Let me see something here about these big boys. There's a half ogre and then a full ogre, both of which have terrific weapons and like shining. This one's wearing half plate. This one's got some really nice hand axes. They've got great weapons on them. And you see there is 2 rooms here that are sort of separated from each other. And one second. This could be buried.
This is fucking huge, man.
It's a huge place. It's a temple.
One of the big 4 temples.
Indeed. Let's see. We've got.
Glarnock didn't see any of this shit.
This is how big the temple back home is as well. It's fairly normal.
Are we gonna
Luckily,
go there
both
one
of these
day?
guys are super non-perceptive. So they're both just kind of like,
God, thank God.
you know, they're both just
Thank
kind
the
of like
gods.
wandering around, like dragging their fists against the wall, like hitting things randomly with their clubs and other stuff. But you see, yeah, you can look through. I think I can just get rid of this because you see this room
Oh
connects
my
to another
God.
one.
Oh my God.
Whole gang family.
Oh my God.
There we go.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 half ogres and one and one full ogre, and then a little exit that heading off to the east. You can see that like a lot of this big corner has been largely crushed. Like it's just a big wall of rubble, as if like something smashed what was like a corner wall here. And these guys are kind of all on guard, just like hanging about, like not really talking to each other, but looking very bored and all generally kind of keeping an eye in this direction towards the east.
Meaning there's another entrance.
It looks like they're guarding things coming from this direction.
Interesting. Or that connects to another temple. Maybe. I tell everybody, okay, do we want Slurp to check out that hallway that they're looking down? He's gonna get seen, I think, if he does. Or do we want him to try to sneak past all the funky people in the forge room?
Jeez. I think you have a better chance making a sprint through here than the forge room.
Well, that's the thing that's bugging me is they wouldn't, if Vanifer was in the direction of this path, they wouldn't be looking down this path expecting someone.
Agreed.
So I might have to have Slurp like sneak past.
I don't think Vanifer's by the forge. I think Vanifer would be over here.
I think Bannifer's in the forge room. Not in there, but like that way. Maybe that little
I
door.
think she's behind Hellboy, the
Hellboy.
big red one with the
Mary,
knife.
you're muted.
Saying something?
Just that okay, so their little figures are looking this way, like, you know, on our screen. Are they actually looking that way?
They're looking to the right.
Okay.
So you see this little narrower hallway, 10 foot? This goes off to the east.
So they're expecting enemies to come from the other way.
You can give me an insight
Insight?
check. Yeah.
Sure. Can't see it. It's a 15.
A 15. Yes, it does seem like this is another entrance to the Temple of Eternal Flame. Where it goes, you're not sure. If it could go outside, it could connect to something else underground. But that it does look like why they're all looking this way.
Okay, I think that it would probably be more worth it then for Slurp to head back to the forge and see if Vanifer's back there.
I agree. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. This is gonna get interesting.
Okay.
He's
At
Just
least we
stay
have more
high.
cover back
Just for
there.
fun, give me another perception check for Slurp.
perception disadvantage. Nat 20.
You're shitting me. Oh boy.
Yay! Chunky dragon.
Chunky
Dragon.
Chunky dragon.
All right, chunky dragon.
Dragon.
Okay, terrific.
Question, Dungeon
Yeah.
Daddy. This is Slurp rolling in that 20, not Gawain, right?
Correct. Why?
Okay, never mind. Just for terms of wild magic shit.
Oh, interesting. I think we said that your things trigger your thing, though. Isn't that
Ah,
right?
son of a bitch. Yeah,
Did we?
then,
Yeah, we can confirm.
I think we did. I think
I think you chose that, and I was like, "Are you sure?"
Yes,
That means
yes,
anytime
I
your
remember.
zombies or anyone else does it,
Son
that
of a
means you
bitch.
gotta fucking roll. Which could.
How many goddamn times am I gonna roll on this chart? All right.
Hey, I gave you so many options.
No. Here's
and
the
every
thing.
time I was like, "Are you sure?"
No.
You
So
want
I
it to be
say-
both nat ones and
I
nat
speak-
20s.
I speak in frustration, but inside I'm fucking ecstatic about this.
Okay.
I need you to know that. I love this.
All right.
I
Hopefully
didn't
it's something
expect it
good.
to be this frequent.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me that D8.
Fucking hell, okay.
I've got the thing up.
4.
Okay. The power of the undying that courses in your veins grows volatile and explodes outward from you. You and each creature within 30 feet of you take 1d6 necrotic damage. You and each creature you regain HP equal to the sum of the necrotic damage that was not dealt to you. So that's, I think, everybody. Everybody takes a d6. Do you want to
Am
roll
I
that,
just rolling?
Gawain? Yeah, roll your
I'll
d6.
I'll roll it. Oh, that's 5.
Oh my god.
Terrific. Well, actually, let's have
That's
everyone roll
5.
their own.
Okay. So wait.
You take
I
5.
also take the damage.
Yeah, you
Okay.
take 5.
What
So
is it?
everyone roll a d6. That's how much damage you take.
I got a 5.
2.
Okay. So 7,
5.
1.
12, 13. I get 13 HP.
So you're just back at full. It's not temp HP.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. No, I know.
so while Gawain is working out, just suddenly pink and black magic just shoots out from him as he gets excited. Because I think the thing that excites you, Gawain, is that as Slurp is floating back through this hallway, you notice something. On the left, the southeasternmost statue here, there's a crease in the wall behind him. A crease that looks like a door.
Secret tunnel.
I literally start singing "Secret Tunnel."
And then
Teleport.
everyone suddenly gets like black inky energy just overcomes you and like
Ew.
fades into your body and hurts you.
Guys, I'm sorry.
My
I'm
ship would
sorry.
ensued.
You got too
Oh.
excited, yeah.
I eat.
Guys, you made me eat.
Get out.
Eat.
Get out.
Okay,
Yeah.
let me see.
Yeah, am I able to like squeeze Slurp past that? It's just like, guys, I found a secret tunnel. A secret tunnel. I'm sorry I covered you in ink. I'm so sorry.
Let me see something. Give me. I think I need an athletics check from Slurp in order to open this door. He is a little.
For squeeze.
I don't think he can open a door.
Okay. He's got a -4. Okay. Is it still feasible to be done with a -4?
Yeah, I think he just needs a. This is let me think. We'll say it's a 10. Yeah, it's just a 10. Now that he knows the door's there, you just got to push on the door hard enough to open it.
All right. I need a 14 or more.
Buddy.
Come on, Slurp. Come on, Slurp. Come on.
Nope.
It's an 11.
Not gonna do it.
-4, so that's gonna be a 7.
Yeah, there's something behind this statue here, but I don't think Slurp can open that door on his own.
Hold on.
Well, no.
Unless, I mean, you can, unless someone wants to burn something to give Slurp another chance.
I got a luck point I could do.
You can't give those to other
Luck
people.
is for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to, you can let someone burn inspiration if they want to.
I have my inspiration from
I
like.
don't think anyone has them.
Oh,
I am out
no.
of inspiration. I used mine. And I can only cast touch spells through Slurp.
That's right.
Could I cast fly on the door?
I don't know what that's gonna do. That's just gonna give the
Just make
door
it
a
so
fly
that
speed.
it's like kind of floating, and I could just push
Would it make it lighter?
Would it
and,
make it
bring the
lighter?
DC
I don't know.
down?
It gives it a fly speed. It doesn't make
Yeah.
it lighter. It makes it able to fly. It doesn't make
And
it
if
fly.
it doesn't have the cognizant understanding to control the flight, does the flight just happen?
No. I'm gonna say
Oh.
unfortunately. I don't think so.
Okay.
Is there anything
Well,
else you want to do? Another thing you want to try?
If I okay, this is some major fuck shit, but
Yeah,
like
okay.
if I cast Shocking Grasp through Slurp,
Mm-hmm.
could it potentially like vibrate the door enough to like cause it to shimmy a little? To maybe
Yeah.
like lower the DC?
Yeah, okay. If like you gotta hit the door, and then I'll let you make another athletics check.
Okay.
So you need to
Second question of fuck
yeah.
shit. Is there any metal on this door?
No,
Damn. Okay.
unfortunately. Mm-hmm.
All right. Shocking grasp. Also, can I make a check to see if it would like make a shit ton of noise if I did this?
Sure. Mm-hmm.
Insight
Let's make that
or Arcana?
for Arcana, let's say.
Guys, I'm not trying to do this. I'm not. So that's a nat 1.
Oh,
and I have to
no.
roll in the fucking wild magic table again.
Oh my god.
Mm-hmm. Probably not. Probably fine.
And that's a 2, which, if I remember
Roll
correctly,
a
means my
D10.
age changes again.
Mm.
God. Fuck. All right. Come on.
Get a-
I get 8 years older.
Woo!
I
Oh my
age
God,
in front of you. I am
19.
19.
The
Oh my god,
urges are
suddenly
back.
it's just like stubble and like a facial hair, just so much taller all of a sudden. Oh my god.
Guys.
His longer
Yeah,
limbs, you see him
again.
just straining at your groin is just straining at your tiny little boy pants. It really hurts.
No, I did get the pants when I was 16, so they are.
Oh, so they're right. So these are your big boy pants.
These are big boy pants.
Okay.
I'm
so you're
still a little bit bigger. I am also. I will say, at 19, I look a lot like Percival now.
certainly, yeah.
Like a lot. Like I have the full beard. I have like the long sandy hair. It's like pink, but I
Yeah.
like
Pink Sandy.
everything about
Mhm.
me looks like my jawline looks like Percival. It's unsettling. Fuck. Okay. All right. That's a nat 1, so I think it won't make any noise.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do it. I cast Shocking Grasp. I'm
Okay.
like, nope, that'll be fine.
Roll to hit.
And
First, you gotta hit the door. Whoa, you're kidding me.
Don't tell me it's another one.
It's another one.
yeah,
Oh my god.
it's another one. It's another one.
You really need inspiration. You really do.
I don't want to do things anymore because they keep fucking up. I'll roll that D8 again.
Mhm.
I swear to God.
It's a 7. You're just back down. You roll 2
That's
and then
an 8.
That's an 8. Ooh. That's
I don't-
exciting.
Have I gotten an 8 before?
You have. Any creature within 60 feet of you that is dead or unconscious, at least one, rises as a dream zombie to serve you for 1 minute before returning to their prior state. They use standard zombie stats unless a more appropriate option is available and approved by the GM. Zombies share your initiative, but act immediately after you.
Oh
So,
my God, where did we bury those bodies?
you guys are far down the hillside right now.
We are. We're far away.
God.
Uh,
Far away.
But this says at least one. So what we're gonna say is a zombie boar is just gonna out of the ground beneath your feet, and just suddenly is just standing at attention, just so deteriorated, like just bones and dead, rotting flesh suddenly appears out of the ground in front of all of you.
Throw him down the hole.
Okay. I don't think he'll fit down this hole. Okay, so that's a nat 1 on the shocking grasp.
Yeah, you don't. You hit the thing. The statue here, and part of the stone just crumbles off. Makes a loud noise. I'm gonna see if anybody hears you. Luckily, those ogres are super dumb. But yeah, so no, it doesn't seem like anything is coming. But yeah, you just made noise and you just broke the statue.
Okay, guys, I just, I keep, Slurp is like fucking up real bad in there, and it keeps, it's okay, I love you, buddy, I do, you're not doing too hot right now. Okay, should I continue? Should I keep going?
Well, she's probably back there. Or at least that's where I'd hide someone important.
I could try the door one more time.
Well, with your nat 20 thing, I'll tell you is this door doesn't look like it's ever been opened.
Oh.
This might be like private, secret, like only the dwarves knew about it.
Oh, spookums.
We could try the teleporty thing and get in that hallway and just sneak into this room.
Yep.
And then just...
Yep.
Let's go check out the forge first, and then we should probably...
Okay, I can do that,
Okay. You gonna send Slurp around here?
Also, I can't see anything. I feel like I'm very cramped in this hole now. I don't
You
know.
probably are.
Okay, alright.
You hear your
Cool.
voices
You're okay,
deeper.
just breathe.
Yeah.
Just, I'm breathing. Am I bigger? I don't...
Oh, we'll let you'll see when.
Okay,
You'll
alright,
see.
cool.
It's a problem for
Alright,
later.
Okay, Slurp.
That's a later Gawain problem.
Alright, Slurp, I am gonna have him go as high on the ceiling as he can.
Of course, yes.
But I do want him to check out, I want him to slip into that hallway to the east.
Oh, over here. Okay.
Yeah,
All right,
I want
so-
to check out that hallway.
He'll need to make another stealth check.
Oh my god.
Come on. Like, please, for me. That would be the bestest for them, actually, for them.
Here's the thing. He's gonna roll
information.
normally, but everyone else is gonna roll with disadvantage because of all the noise and shit in here.
Okay. Alright. 7.
Okay. That could have been worse.
I thought it landed on a 1 for a second, so yes, it could have
So
been.
there are 5 people that could conceivably clock him, because I'm gonna ignore the people that are working.
And again, I would love for him to just pocket dimension it up the moment someone, like...
Here's the thing.
gives
He won't
evidence.
necessarily know that anyone saw him.
Well, the moment he knows what's happening.
Right. And he's a little octopus on the ceiling. Okay. So we're gonna say that you make it over here. He's just slipping across the ceiling, just doing his little thing, like, because he's just a little guy.
The little guy. He's the littlest guy.
And he does get a look down this hallway. It's just a 10-foot hallway. 1 second. Ooh, gotta find the thing. Where is it? Here we go. At the end of this passage, A wooden platform similar to a drawbridge extends. Perhaps into it's a large, irregularly shaped vertical shaft, perhaps 50 feet across. I think I can just get rid of this, right? Probably, yeah. Boop. A large stone disc, 12 feet in diameter, hovers next to the wooden extension. The shaft rises into inky blackness overhead, but a flickering ruddy light is visible below.
Dude, where's Dr. X?
Dr. X?
This is like the thing in the X-Men
Oh, this
movie,
yeah.
where he goes and he can see all the other
it's
Cerebro.
not. It's just a shaft. It's not a big.
It's Cerebro. It is Cerebro.
So there's this little. It
Slurp
goes.
is Professor X, and this is Cerebro.
It goes from the
Tell
stone.
me where all the mutants are.
Goes from the stone floor to this little wooden bridge to a floating stone disc that's literally floating in this huge empty shaft. The shaft is 50 feet wide, and it goes straight up and straight down. It's just blackness ahead, but below is a faint light.
Oh my god.
And that's what Slurp sees before he hears footsteps. And he sees this guy and this guy walking in his direction.
Instant.
Yep, he's gone.
Gone. Right. So,
Hell.
Slurp is hiding. I found magic, I think, disc that bunch of symbols. It's floating. It's in a giant tube. And
But it was
looks...
all of them, right? It was everybody.
What?
The symbols they were, or I'm sure you let us know that.
Yeah, it's all the symbols.
It does. It looks familiar.
one.
It is all the
it's-
symbols together.
There's a butt there. There's
It's
a...
the butt plug. It's the strap-on. It's the butt. It's all of it together in a
And it
beautiful
looks
orgy.
familiar for another reason too. It looks kind of like
Like
an
a
eye.
chicken.
Looks like an eye.
Looks kind of like an
like
eye.
an eye.
Yeah.
Okay, so, Slurp's hiding in our little pocket dimension right now. I didn't find Vanifer, but people saw Slurp. They weren't running at him, they were just kind of walking at him, so I don't think they seem overly freaked out. More confused?
They don't know what he is though.
Yeah, I think they just didn't know what Slurp was.
little gross thing on the ceiling. Like a bug.
Asa, with
Yeah.
pulling out of the pocket dimension, can I choose where he pops back out?
Let me see. I think it's got to be next with you, most likely. But I'm gonna read it just to be sure.
Yeah, I'll take a look too. Dismiss the failure. Alternatively, you can dismiss as an action. You can temporarily dismiss, causing it to reappear in any unoccupied space within 30 feet of me. So yeah, Slurp would just come back to me.
Yeah, but he can't come back to that area.
Okay. I have Slurp reappear right next to me.
And furthermore, I forgot that it's 100 feet, so this would technically be well out of
Oh
range.
shit, you're right.
But we'll let it stand this time.
Okay.
That it will for diagonal lines and stuff. You're within 100 feet in this instance alone.
Okay. Okay, guys. There's still one path we didn't go down, but yeah, what do we want to do? Also, holy shit! I'm so big now. What the hell? This is weird. Oh, I gotta roll to move stats around too.
No, that's
Forgot
right.
about
D6.
that. So I'm losing one in strength. And gaining it in dexterity.
Oh, okay. Not as strong,
Actually-
but you're quicker. You're lanky.
Oh, sick.
Actually, that changes my modifier to a +2, so that's
Ooh.
useful.
Very exciting.
Ooh,
Yeah,
Wayne,
so
throw
my-
this knife.
Cool. Grabs it,
Took my
throws
knife.
it. I throw it off the side of the mountain, just into nothing.
Ah, cool. It looks more accurate.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. I like that. Yeah. What
Okay,
if
okay.
I can send Slurp back in to try to go down the other path, but
Now they're looking for him, though.
yeah, or I could go down the one path overlooking the initial hallway where all the hobgoblins are, and like sneak behind them to try to go around the barracks area. No, because the rock wall's there.
What?
Yeah, I
So-
think Vanifer's down there.
So I was thinking of going down that path into where that room is, but I
Mhm.
forgot that room is sealed off on the side,
That's
so I
correct.
can't go that path anyway.
Okay, I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
What is the range? Do we know what the range on a speaking stone is?
Sending stone?
Or sending stone?
It's several hundred feet. I think it might be miles even.
Why?
There might be no distance on it. I don't know.
Oh, really?
I think it's the sending spell. So.
Something has been bothering me ever since we heard
Yeah, it's the sending spell.
Bastion is his name?
Any
Yes.
distance, yeah. Yeah, Bastion. Mm-hmm.
Something's been bothering me about that ever since we heard Bastion use the rock. Because someone called him about what Vanifer wanted him to do, right? That was the conversation that we heard.
I think
he wasn't
talking to Vanifer, I thought.
He was talking to Van. Okay, that's even worse then. Because
Well,
why?
he certainly was not talking to Vanifer because
Okay.
you heard him
Hmm.
say something bad about her.
Because it was something,
Oh,
well,
that's
she
right.
wants me to do it that way, fuck her. And then he smashed it.
That's right.
But that person was like relaying something to him about her. Or like that she wanted him to do, right? Or something like that.
I wonder if that person was the lady that I heard in the first room I checked out.
Well, why? This isn't all that far away. Why would someone need to use that if they weren't already like very far away? Why would you not just send one of your underlings to go tell him that? It's been bothering me ever since then, so I'm wondering if she was even here ever.
Well, just to be clear, he was not talking to her, so whoever else it
Yeah.
could
But
have
they
been
were giving him a message from her.
not necessarily.
Oh, we didn't hear.
No, you
I
heard
thought-
you
oh,
heard
sorry,
him.
I thought we heard what he was being told.
No. You only heard his reaction to what he was hearing, which is you're still not sure. You don't know what he heard, but it was something. They were clearly discussing something about what his job or orders were, and he was like displeased with it. It was not a as far as you could tell, it was not necessarily something being relayed from Vanifer.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it just occurred to me just staring at this portion of the map. If we go in the front door, can't Esme just trap all those hobgoblins by stone shaping the entrance?
I guess theoretically, wouldn't they eventually be able to break their way
Well,
through it?
It's like a foot thick of stone, right? Like, so. It's a
I
long time.
guess.
Like, if we go that path, like, that would just eliminate a good majority of the enemies on the front door.
Yeah.
Yeah, we still have to fight through the rest, but like, Might be easier.
Okay, what haven't we explored yet?
South of the bunker and south of the forge. Or not the bunker, the barracks.
Mm-hmm.
But we can't. I
South
can't
of
send
the
Slurp
forge
to
is
check
over
out the
here.
barracks because the
South of
stone
the
wall's in the
barracks
way.
is over here.
Yeah.
So the only way is to go through the forge.
Yeah.
You think he'll make it?
I can try. I mean, they're probably going to be on the lookout for a tiny little octopus at this point.
Does he have to look like an octopus?
I know I can summon something else. It'll just take a minute.
Oh, okay.
Also, actually, now that I'm bigger, Slurp looks like his goth self again.
You think, but you're 19 now, so you think it's the same?
No, it is different. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to look into
Yeah,
it.
find a
Okay,
more
hold on.
adult-looking, more adult Slurp.
What is our best case scenario entrance? Like, as a...
Probably trying to boop into that hallway, even though it's a little convoluted.
Yeah, right? But that would take all your spell slots, correct?
It would take both of mine,
Yeah, so we
and
don't...
it's not a guarantee. It's just a possible option.
Would you rather take a chance on maybe teleporting us all down there, or using your spell slots to on some creatures that you can actually affect?
Oh,
Yeah, I guess it's up to you, honey.
I'm sorry. Two other things. I don't think I made this clear when you were going this area. There are other.
It's this whole another side entrance.
Oh, there's another path there?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh!
Shit.
I would have sent Slurp down that path
Yeah.
Before the other way.
then. Yeah, before the forge.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
I didn't erase enough of that to make it clear. Okay, let's.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Bunch of doors. Bunch of doors going this way.
I
Bunch
thought
of
the
doors.
Oh.
I thought the weird was gonna solve everything. This whole place.
The things that Slurp would have noticed, I messed up, so I'll let you know. Is that these first 4 doors on the top and bottom, 1, 2, 3, 4. They're all the normal kind that are in here. It's just, and they have a central pivot point and they kind of spin, you know. The remaining doors, both on the north and south here, all have hasp and pin closures on the outside of them. Which means like it's essentially just like like a bolt. So it's essentially just a bolt that you close so that you can't open the door, and it's on the outside.
Meaning something's locked inside of it.
Correct.
Slurp have opened one?
I think, yeah, Slurp would switch to hearing, and then I want to listen in on the door.
Okay. Give me a perception check for Slurp. Retroactive.
Okay, that's also with advantage, because
Mhm.
he's sound. That is 2 12s, so 15.
15. So tell me which one he would have listened at.
Which are the 2 that have the
There
clasps?
are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8 of them. The top 4. So these 4 are the only ones that don't have don't have the bolts on them.
I think the first one on the right that has the bolt.
On the top or bottom?
Bottom.
On the bottom, this one? Or over here?
Ooh. End of the hallway.
At the end of the hallway? Slurp hears nothing.
Okay. Can I just like work my way around checking out doors?
Sure, yeah. In a couple of them, you hear just like footsteps. And a couple you hear just motion, but you can't hear very well through the stone thing. No one's talking. No one's making other noise.
Oh, dude, I say open one.
I think at
Open
the
them
end
all.
of the,
Yeah.
open them
Fuck
all
it.
right now. We
Dude,
sure?
that'd be sick.
I'll do it.
I
What if it's like at
can't.
the end
Here's the
of
thing.
Cabin in the Woods?
You can't open all of them. I'm not gonna let you do that. You already chose to come and look down this path as well, so you know it's down this hallway, but you can't open them all.
All right, pick a door, group. Any door.
How many are there?
8. There are 8 doors.
Alright.
Should I roll a d8?
Yeah, roll a d8.
All right. Actually, Mary, roll the d8.
I'm with Mary. I wanted this to be a like
I want
cabin
this
in the
to.
woods
Yeah, I want
situation.
this.
Yeah.
Oh, this
A
is
save.
good, listeners.
That'd be
You can
cool.
Fuck them up. I rolled a 2.
A 2. So I'm gonna do the. It's on the top, the second one from the left, that has the latch.
Second one from the list, so that would
And-
be this one.
That one, yes.
Okay. Let me check something.
Yeah, I think you just. Boop.
I don't, because he is a little guy. I don't know if he can just do it that easy. Because you need like, you know, thumbs and stuff to grab the thing and twist it and pull it out.
I mean, he's
gonna
got
need
tentacles.
I know
And
he
they're
has tentacles.
suctiony. He
Yeah.
can like.
Also, octopi are they can get themselves out of drawers.
They're
like,
very
out of
flexible.
bars.
I know they don't have a lot of bones, but it's about the power necessary and the dexterity involved. So I'm gonna need some other type of check to make sure he can open one of these.
Right.
We can just have it be a dexterity.
Positivity.
Just dexterity.
Dexterity.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a +1.
Gonna need
Good
it.
vibe.
13 or
Yeah.
higher.
It's a 17.
17. All right. He opens it. All right.
Yep, he opens it, and then I think he's going to like prepare them. If something tries to attack him, he's gonna pocket dimension away. Actually, no, because that would retcon going into the other space.
Mm-hmm.
I know
It's
he
like
can just come back
13
through.
ghosts.
We can just say he came back through the thing. So yeah, I do want to like prepare to like get out of the way if this is a threat.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, he pulls the thing out. It clatters to the floor. Ding, 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 ding. And nothing happens right away. How long do you think you wait for?
Like a solid 30 seconds.
Yeah, we waited for it. Yeah, I want to see what happens.
Nothing happens
We wait.
for 30 seconds.
I want Slurp to knock. Dun, dun, dun.
You want him to knock?
Dun, dun, dun. Just a gentle one. Dun, dun, dun.
You hear a voice shout in a language you don't speak.
Can I push the
Open
door
it.
open?
I'll need another athletics check. You same as the other one. You just got
And athletics?
yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. You just need a 10.
It's a -4. Okay. Come on, Slurp. That's an 11 again. So a 7.
It's not. He can't open the door. Is this gonna make a little sound?
He's trying to communicate.
Yeah.
What? Okay, you do that. Nothing happens. How long you gonna wait for?
Do it louder.
Yeah, ink on the floor. Ink. Make it like seep under the door.
It goes to the
And then-
bottom of the door and underneath the.
I'm gonna do it for my cat to get their
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
You hear-
Like,
you
when
hear
we
her-
were-
Pushes a tentacle under and just kind of smacks the other side of the door and then pulls it out.
What? He can't open the door, so he can't squeeze a tentacle through. But you make a sound and you hear the voice shout again in the language you don't speak. It sounds very angry.
Make it matter.
Piss him off.
Yeah, piss him off.
You can
I
tell. You know what? You can know this language.
Wait.
This is also Ignan.
This is Ignan.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
There is a forge right next door making a shit ton of noise. I think he just full on rams into the door.
He can't. He's not strong enough. He couldn't open it.
No, not to open it, just to like make a lot of noise.
Oh, to make noise.
Yeah, just like hits it and then very loud.
You just want to? Okay.
Trying to antagonize the guy.
Give me a performance check.
Okay. It's a -2 for Slurp. That's a 13.
A 13. You hear, well, you're not hearing because you're seeing right now. But whatever. You switch back and forth. You hear footsteps and the voice shout again very angrily.
We got closer.
Moves on to the next door.
Yeah,
If
I
I
would
can.
as well.
If I can. I just
Okay.
want to move to the next one.
Just
try
come
again.
to the next one.
Alright, dexterity check for the lock again.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I can't see it. That's a 13.
A 13. Does that do it? Wait, no. What did I say it was before? I don't think I said. I think it was a. I think it was higher than that. 'Cause the last one you got was a 17, right? Yeah, I think
I
it
got a
was
17.
I think it was 15. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, not gonna do it on this one, unfortunately.
Next.
Moves on to the next door.
You just want to keep trying to open these?
These could be potential allies, and Slurp needs to know.
Slurp's already dead. You can't. This is getting into
Yeah,
dangerous
he's gonna-
retcon territory.
That's 11. That doesn't work.
Doesn't work.
Next door. Oh, that's a 19.
19. You pull
The
the
door
pin
at the
out.
end of the hallway.
Yeah, top right.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. And he's gonna try to open the door. Come on. 17 minus 4, 13.
13. All right. You ram full speed into the door.
Very
and
frustrated at this point.
it lurches forward, and you see a creature that you have seen before.
A merman!
A merman!
Oh, Worm Man.
Great. There's another one. I am
think
not
Wayne-
going down there. I am not going down there.
No.
Screw-
Slurp
freaking
looks at
out.
it. Slurp looks at it and goes. And like gestures to
Slurp
the
cannot do that. Slurp cannot gesture. Cannot do that.
I am haunted by fire demons.
You see the thing hisses at him.
Oh my god.
I think at that point he would sprint away, like fly as fast as he can away, and then he tries to sneak into that
Oh,
hallway, and that's when everything happens.
Yeah,
Okay,
probably.
terrific.
Yeah.
Alright.
But this thing is free. Now, this thing is canonically free.
That's right. Mhm.
There's another one whose door is unlocked.
That's
as
true.
well.
Yes,
Yeah.
and another one's door is unlocked.
Mhm.
And somebody else that knows that something's going on.
Good God. And yeah, so now Slurp is gone. He's back up with you on the surface.
Slurp appears with me.
What do we want to do from here?
Okay, so that creature's on the loose. I wonder what's gonna happen. Do we want to try to send Slurp back down to check out that last hallway? Or we can go to the barracks, because that other hallway is there that connects to the barracks. We can check that out, head to the south hallway, see if that connects to something. Or we can just go in and fight. I don't know, man. I don't know. I just want to punch something right now. I'm getting real
I
frustrated.
know, buddy, I know.
I was 11 5 minutes ago.
Let's try one more time.
Okay. All right.
What are we gonna
I'm
try?
gonna send him back down. Which hallway are we
let's
going down?
probably have
Are we
to go
going
in the
south
front.
of the forge, or are
Well-
we going through the barracks?
Where do we think is the most likely place they'd stick her?
Probably south of the forge. Although
that
the
big-
barracks might be the safest route.
Can I say one thing? When we
Yeah, of course.
when we first attacked the barracks, there was that elf person in a robe in that bottom left room.
Yeah, there were two people down
Yeah,
there.
there were two people. right in that room, and then they left, presumably.
Where the 3 other beds are. To the left.
Exactly. So, if that's
that
not
hallway-
them, if that wasn't them, then I have no fucking clue where she is.
Do we know what she? Did we get like a descriptor of what she looked like?
I don't
she was
think so.
She's not
I
a.
don't think so.
Well,
They
because we
didn't
got a description
specify.
of Bastion.
Oh
she's
yeah,
not-
you would have known she's a tiefling woman with red skin, long black hair.
We
Yeah,
haven't
very
seen that
intense
yet.
eyes.
Yeah.
I don't think that's what either
She
of the
wields
people
a-
that were in the room were like.
Okay,
No.
so then then we have never encountered her at all.
No.
So, I kind of vote we go this way, and
Look
then
at-
just like wrap around and hit that hallway on the bottom. I mean, worst comes to worst, we come back and
Yeah. Worst
try
comes
the
to
other
worst.
hall.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. I'm gonna send Slurp back out. I'm gonna give him a hug really quick. She's like, "You're doing so good."
He's really the MVP of this episode. Like,
You are saving our ass just so hard. I haven't found an image for you yet, but I'm working on it. Daddy's working on it. Yeah, I'm gonna send him back down, and I want him to head down that hallway to the left.
Man, I don't know where I put him. Hang on a sec.
It's kind of hard to see.
All right,
Yeah, he's like the same color as the floor.
exactly. Here it is. Big slurp. So where do you want him to go? So you
Down
want him to
the
go through the
hallway.
same hole.
Yep, and that hallway to the bottom, down and to the left.
Okay,
I want him to wrap through to the barracks.
terrific. You
So the
go
round of-
through
the
this
room of
room, which has a
half-pipe.
bunch of other, just like cots and sleeping bags and beds on the floor. It smells like roasting meat in here to slurp. You go
In
through
the
this
room
door.
with beds, it smells
Yeah,
like
it smells
meat.
like roasting meat. Yeah. Mm. He goes through this. We'll say he can come. This door is open. He can come through here. He goes to the same stinky room full of like rotting meat and animal bones and pelts and stuff. Until you're back in the barracks.
Cool.
And from here, you're
and
gonna
I
go
think-
to the south.
Yep, to the south. I want to check that. out.
Terrific.
More giants and hell demons.
Okay. He flies down, and give me a second. Sorry, to pull this up. It's a different area on the thing.
You know, we kind of accidentally found Bastion this last time, so I feel like it does track that.
Wouldn't find Vannifer
hard
that
for
easy.
us. Yeah, because it was literally like, oh, you know, it'd be kind of fun is if we sent Esme down here.
Okay.
Just, for shiggles.
Considering the fact, I swear to God, though, if we send Esme down the one time and Esme finds Vannifer,
You fly down this little this tiny hallway here, and for one, you notice there is blood smeared across the floor here, all along this path. Bloody footsteps, and then just clearly a pool where someone died.
Bastion.
Oh,
After you get a couple steps in, this small hallway opens up. And you realize you are on a stone bridge stretching across a hot, hazy chasm lit by a river of lava 40 feet below.
okay.
As you float across, you see the lava is flowing to the west from through just a tiny little gap in the wall, and it pours down this long, essentially lava fall before disappearing down a tunnel that just seems to go just deeper and away to the west. As you're floating along, you see on the right a humongous piece of black stone, a large mechanism hanging in the air. As you look closely at it, you see a set of steel pulleys and thick iron chains on either side, connected to a hanging barricade, which is this big chunk of black stone. And it appears to be some sort of a canal lock.
Does he see the control mechanism for it?
My
No,
God.
it's just chains and pulleys as he's floating along.
Can he see where the pulleys are connected to? Like where?
No,
where
they
the
just
pulleys
disappear
are?
into the ceiling.
Okay.
Is she
This is a
like, in
humongous
the
chunk
waterfall?
of like obsidian, of like some type of like ancient heavy duty piece of like unmeltable stone.
That would fuck their day up.
That's a good ass hiding spot if she's inside this damn waterfall.
Okay.
But yeah, the hallway continues onward. If you want to keep going.
I think I do want Slurp to continue on, but Slurp might backtrack to come
Sure.
check this out a little bit more.
Certainly. You come and continue on. Oopsie doopsie. To the southern half.
I don't know if he's strong enough to move whatever stone. and
There's
by
a
himself
southern map?
either.
Oh my god, this place is huge.
I lied. My temple's not this big.
I did a fib.
Gawain literally hands on his head, just there's another big.
It's bigger on the
it's so big.
inside.
It's so big. We underestimated how many fucking people were gonna be down here.
Woo woo.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God.
There he is.
Dude, this is just one of these cults.
Damn.
He's got a big undertaking. So yeah, you come here, and now there's a like a T ahead of you. You can go straight. There are stairs down to the left and the right.
To the left.
To the left. You. Okay, 1 second. Boopity boop. Let me find it. And you didn't even get into the secret door.
Well, we
So,
will
this
eventually.
hall, this chamber is unlit. At the end of the hall is a circular room that is cooler than the rest of the complex. Everywhere here is pretty hot, pretty warm in general from the lack of, airflow. But you find a pool of water. It fills the room center. The water's surface is as smooth as glass, and it comes to about a foot below the surrounding floor here. Just a little, looks like a well.
I guess they got a drink.
Does he see anything like beneath the surface?
You want to give me a perception?
Yeah. Uh, 17.
17. It looks about like 10 feet deep. It's very still because there's like no air moving down here. Just looks like water.
Okay.
Don't trust it.
All right. Yeah, Slurp's gonna go up and to the right.
So you can go down or to the right. You want to go to the right?
Oh,
See, this way is available
okay.
as well.
Down or to the right?
To the right.
Yeah, to the right.
Okay.
To the right.
As you go down these stairs, give me another stealth check. See.
Do the little arrows on your map say something?
They say down,
Okay.
just so you know which way.
All
the stairs
right.
are
That
going.
is a 19. 19 stealth.
19, very good. You go into another empty hallway with a couple more doors. There's the one on the top, and then several on the bottom, and then another, I think a little T at the end here.
Y'all don't hear it, but Slurp just goes.
Nobody.
Slurp is getting a workout this time.
Oh man.
Before it gets to a T at the end of this hall. And then you see, I think you would be able to figure out, at least from the noise, if nothing else, that the stairs going down from here go to the foundry.
Okay. All right. We found a way around that room. Good. 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 Okay. That is actually very good to know. Another thought just occurred to me, but we'll get to that in a minute.
Is everyone good to go for another half hour if need be? We'll find a stopping point within then. Is that okay?
I'm good.
Yep.
Okay. We just haven't gotten to a good one yet. You all are doing a lot of exploring.
Yeah. I do want to... Okay, I want to pose just an option really quick. We know that in the barracks there is no one. There is not a single soul in the barracks. So, if we busted into the room with all the hobgoblins, fought our way past them really quick, and sealed the door behind us, and then Esme reopened the other one, we could just bypass so much fighting.
Yes.
Can you do it twice?
I think you did, so I think you can.
I can. I have 2 4th level spell slots.
Okay, so
So
theoretically,
once I use it, I cannot use any of my other level 4 spells. But yes, I can do
What
it.
is your scary vine spell?
My
the bubble,
spike
the
growth,
bubble,
that's only 2nd level.
Okay, good. Okay.
Sweet. Okay. Cool. So we have another option. Cool. Slurp's gonna proceed on. He's going to hide as much as he can going past the staircase, and he's just going to bypass that. And do any of these doors have latches on the outside like the other ones?
Let me think. Let me look here. Nope.
No latches. Okay. There's a lot of doors. I'm just gonna have him go down the halls, cause he's not good with doors right now. Yeah, I
So
just
there's
want him
the
to.
T at the end of the hall, and then this other way down to the south here that you haven't gone yet.
Ooh. I think we should check out the room to the south.
The one over here?
And then go to the T.
one
No,
over
to this one. That one, yeah.
Okay, terrific.
Check that one out first, and then move down the T.
All right, new area. Give me another stealth check.
Okay, oh god. Uh, 13.
13. Okay. You see the hallway opens up into a pretty large room here with a lot of people in it. You see there's this room is lined with lots of cots and bunk beds. In the center of it are what looks like old, like out of use forges, with rock hard lava that hasn't been used in a long time. But surrounding the room are a variety of different types of what just looks like general cultists. They all wear red, and they're wearing the symbol of the eternal flame. And they're all up to different things. Some of them are just hanging out. Some of them are sitting in their beds. Some of them are like practicing, like fighting with their daggers and stuff with each other. But there is one eternal flame guardian here who is in full armor and with a sword and shield and everything. All these other guys are just in like cloaks and have daggers and things like that.
Do the ones in cloaks and daggers, do they seem to be cast like sorcerers? Or are they just kind of...
You can't tell. You can give me an insight check.
Okay. I would love to. That's a nat 20.
That's a nat 20. Oh, good God. All right. On a nat 20...
Which means a D8 roll, but this first.
Oh, fuck. No, do your D8 roll first.
God damn it. Seven.
The shadow of death that clings to you gains a life of its own. An extraplanar dream creature, controlled by the GM, spouts forth to help or hinder you as it sees fit.
Wasn't this Mickey Mouse?
Yep, this was Evil Mickey.
Kill me.
Ew,
Mhm.
no.
Yep.
Terrific. So you see...
I need to have a serious conversation with the Dream King after
I'm
today.
stressed.
Serious
Gawain, you're warging into Slurp right now, so you don't see any of
I don't
this.
see what happens.
But the rest of you see Gawain's shadow. It's just small because he's sitting down, presumably up against a tree or something, so he can, not hold himself upright while he's warging. But you see the shadow stretch away from him. And suddenly, from out of the shadow, a huge gloved hand reaches. A second one. Suddenly, a strange, elongated face with humongous buck teeth and a howling jaw coated in bloody teeth appears.
No.
Some disgusting, wet, dog-like creature begins crawling out of the shadow that stretches forth from Garain. And just kind of stares at all of you.
It's not doing anything?
No.
What's that sound?
Nothing, buddy. That's
What's happening?
no, relax.
I got excited for a second there. Slurp's found some cool shit down here. What's going on?
And it's just essentially a black silhouette with arms and legs. Each of its hands and feet are all wearing white gloves. That are all its feet look like hands as well. So it's just kind of walking on four hands with its head with two giant buck teeth. And bloody molars as well. And just kind of standing there looking at you.
Gorsh.
Wait, okay, this is Shadow Goofy. Okay. I thought this was Shadow Mickey with Shadow Pluto. Okay, never mind. I'm caught up. All right.
He looks at Gawain and just gets real close to Gawain's face.
Who's breathing on me?
Nobody, buddy.
This is weird.
Guys, we gotta get rid of this. Oh, okay.
And he licks you.
Ew.
You feel a tongue on your face.
Okay, all right. Who licked my face?
It was me.
You you see the creature before you, Gawain. If you end your warg briefly.
Josh! Oh. Hi. Who are you?
You gotta keep your cool, man. You gotta keep your cool.
I think you're in charge of it, kid.
Yeah, make it go away.
You want to go eat some cultists?
What?
Yeah?
God, oh.
You go down the tunnel and just follow it. You'll see a bunch of people on fire.
And then it just leaps and jumps straight down the chute.
I go back into working. I go back and I was like, I gotta see this shit.
Are you sending him down the one with the one with all the little tubes that divert from the main one, or from the smoky one? I assume that's what I think you guys were near the one with the tubes, because that's the one where you send.
The tubes.
Which one are you sending him down?
I could have him clear a little bit of a path for us in the front.
Actually, yeah.
I send him down the one that drops over the freaking hobgoblins.
Well, you can't. Once you send him down that hole, he's just gonna go wherever he goes.
Yeah, the tubes. I sent him to the tubes.
Okay. He goes down the tubes. You don't know what happens from there.
Jesus Christ. Well, maybe he'll eat some people.
I hope he does. I'm just like, we need a code word for when that happens. Because last time he,
We had an oopsie doopsie.
Okay, I'm going back in. Let me know if he comes back. And then my eyes go milky again.
Mm-hmm. Terrific.
Slurp-C.
So nat 20 on your insight. Back to that.
God damn it.
Terrific. You're looking around this room. Nat 20. These guys are clearly like new recruits. Very obviously. Like you see some of them are like play stabbing at each other. Like, yeah, burn, yeah. Just like a bunch of nerds, a bunch of real duds. Okay.
So we would wipe the floor with this room. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, these guys are like hardly worth your time, but there are a lot of them. There's a couple that look a little bit more experienced, like that are like these two guys on either end here. They have more armor on them and they have better weapons and stuff. They've clearly been around. None of them look like spellcasters.
Okay. That's good.
And the only one that's like, you know, a substantial threat is the Eternal Flame Guardian, who you've faced a bunch of them before, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep. Okay.
Um,
And there's a door to the left and the right.
yeah, 1 second. I gotta look at something. I gotta do this. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. So these guys on the left and right who have their extra like armor and equipment and stuff, they also have some little jangly bits and pouches which look like they might be spell components because these guys might be able to do some magic.
Okay, so 2 casters in the room. Got it.
Indeed. So let me do this. Can I see? There is another exit there. There is a door on the left. And then on the right, there is essentially, it's the same type of door as all the others, except it is red. It is a deep maroon red, and carved into it is the symbol of the Eternal Flame Cult.
Okay, everybody. I'm betting I found the room. Cool. Great. Slurp, buddy, we're gonna cuddle so hard tonight after this.
Can you listen in?
Yeah, I switched to Audible.
You hear just a bunch of people like talking about like my knife is sharper than yours. No, mine's sharper. I love Imix more. No, I do. It's like I want to burn everything. Like I want to burn myself.
Like, I'm a child and I know they are children.
Bunch of lunatics. All of these other guys are kind of just like pacing. They're clearly on alert. They're all on. These guys are on edge.
How tall's the ceiling in here?
The ceiling is let's see, hang on a second, because we went down. It's about 15 feet.
15 feet?
Yeah.
How's the lighting look?
The same as most places. It's like pretty well lit because of all the torches.
Got it. I would like to sneak over to the red door to listen in.
Okay, that's gonna be real
possible.
tough. Like you,
Yes,
no
it
one
is.
has seemed to. No one has seen you yet because everyone's busy and they're talking and stuff. But as soon as you move in this room, it's gonna be a lot harder.
Okay. Before I do, I'm gonna go to everyone like, okay. Am I risking going to the door? You're muted, Mary.
Sorry.
You okay?
I think it's worth it to try and find out.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, I'm gonna try. I swear. Okay.
All right, give
Slurp,
me
buddy, you got this.
a nat 1.
Stealth.
Oh, sorry, not a nat 1. Just give me a roll.
No! How dare
give me a
you?
roll.
How dare you?
Just give me a
put that
stealth
into the
roll.
universe? I swear, if it rolls a nat 1, I will be so mad.
I'll be so pleased.
That's an 11 plus 3, 14. It's not great, but it's not a 1.
That's true. Let me double check what their things are. And number 3. 14, you said?
14.
All right. You make it over to this door without being seen. You just cling into the ceiling ever so slowly, slinking along. You walk right overhead of one of these more experienced cultists, and he doesn't seem to notice you. He's just looking around. He seems nervous. He's looking behind him at this door. His Nazi slurp on the ceiling.
I would like to listen in as best as I can to what's happening on the other side of that door.
Inside of this door. Okay. Give me a perception check.
Okay, come on, little buddy, come on. You're doing so good, little buddy. You're doing so. Okay, 18 plus 3, 21. Yes.
Woo! 21. Okay, terrific. You don't hear anything at first. It's very quiet. This is a stone door. It's hard to hear through it. But after a minute, you hear a woman's voice. Just say something, just mumble something. And then you hear something else that requires you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Me or Slurp?
You. 'Cause
Me.
You're hearing it too.
Okay, so I have advantage on wisdom saves.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see the second one. A 6, so a 9 total.
9 total. Okay, terrific.
9 total.
When you hear this strange supernatural voice, it shakes you to your core. You are so terrified at the thought of what could be speaking in such a way. It's a low, deep rumbling that, like, even though you're hearing it from so far away and through a different source, it makes you shake. It's a low, rumbling, roaring, like
I
that
think
you
for the
feel
first
more
time,
than you hear.
For the first time, the party sees Gawain actually showing his, like, 12-year-old afraid self.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he gets small and, like, shrinks down. Like, even with his, like, tall, lanky body, he's just, like, recedes into himself and, like, starts to whimper.
Mm-hmm. And you can't understand a word of it, but you can feel the power that this thing has just by hearing whatever language it's speaking in. And then you hear the female voice say, "Yes, yes, master, I understand. I'll be ready." And I think that's where we're going to end.
Yeah, yeah. We found her.
It does seem like
She's
Vannifer's
not
probably
alone.
in here.
We also found, I'm assuming, a god.
Oops.
What is
An
his name?
oopsie doopsie.
Incel?
Oh, I'm at.
Incel. Imix, I think. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, he's incel now. We
Yeah,
found
no,
it.
he's incel.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cast
We
vicious
found
mockery on a god.
it. Nat 20.
Mm-hmm. Very exciting.
So many nat 1s and nat 20s tonight.
Whoa,
Holy
gosh.
yeah.
shit.
It's a lot. And you don't know where that weird shadow dog is going.
Oh, Shadow Goofy. Kick some ass, my dude.
Mm-mm.
Oh, fuck.
We also,
I,
like, released some, like, fire.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
so there's some stuff on the loose. I like that.
Kevin.
Also, in character creation, I have the new, older version of Slurp.
Oh, terrific. Awesome. So the last thing is you hear this voice stop speaking and you can feel its presence disappear, but you hear the female voice inside respond to it one last time. And yeah, you know where Vannifer is.
Fuck.
That
took so
It
long
took literally
to
the
track
entire
down
session.
one person.
Yeah. holy
and you
shit.
didn't even know what else is going on here.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Also,
It's so
thank you for
big.
letting us warp the rules of Find Familiar to do this.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it was it made sense. It was
Yeah,
too,
this is
yeah.
good. This is good.
Mhm.
Ooh.
Too hard, and yeah, it's good to do recon, and it was too hard to manipulate the rules otherwise. So, made sense. But anyway,
Holy shit.
that's all. We'll pick up here next time with maybe some more things
Okay.
will happen. Maybe
Okay.
you'll actually fight something. This is a very slurp heavy episode.
Yes.
Slurp.
Our
very
hero,
vital.
our
Mhm.
Lord and Savior, Slurpus Christ.
Indeed. Terrific. Well, let's go around and introduce ourselves. Once again, I am Ace the GM. I am your friendly neighborhood game master. I do D&D professionally, so if you want to play D&D, let me know. And I would be nothing without these lovely players. Let's go around and meet our lovely players and find out how we can support them. Starting with, let's go from the bottom. Boneless is played by Mary at mostlyasian.tm on Instagram. Is that right? Poetry is played by Kirby at Putterman5000 on TikTok. Is that right? Mm-hmm. We've also got Glarnock played by Matt. Just kidding. Glarnock plays himself. That's what Glarnock looks like in real life. Much less Minotaur-like. Exactly. Esme,
He goes through a lot of razors.
yeah. Keeps himself clean shaven. Esme is played by January. At Dang It January. And
No, it's Mothman.D. Patinkin.
Mothman.d Patinkin. All right, cool. Yeah. Perfect. And dangitdesign.com, right?
Oh yes, that is
well.
also.
All right, good. That one's still
That is
That's
also
where you
true.
can give me your money.
exactly. That's what we want.
And do it.
Uh-huh.
January stuff's really cool.
January's got good stuff. And last but not least, we have Gawain, played by Alex. If you want to get, do you have a thing this time, Alex?
Yeah, so if you're looking for a game master for your different role-playing games, right now I just have D&D 5e, but I'm working on some other systems at the moment, like Kids on Brooms, stuff like that. But if you want to, go to startplaying.games and look me up at GM-Rogo, ROGGOW.
Lovely. Thank you, Alex.
Yes.
And that's everyone. Here's our new little. I like this this grown-up version of Slurp. It's very fitting. But awesome. That's all. We'll be back next week, I believe. But otherwise, thanks to anybody that watched with us. Thanks to anybody that watches later. We appreciate you.